Who could
Hello?
it be now?
Who could it be now?
Who could it be now?
Right now. Ooh, whoa. Taking off my socks. Taking off my socks.
Move the mic.
Taking off my socks.
They have no socks on.
I know. Have no socks on.
Oh god.
Oh shit. Gotta straighten this shit out. I look like an amateur.
Hey, oh, what you gonna do? Hey, oh, what you
Oh,
gonna
what you gonna do?
Play some rope
do? Hey,
trigger.
DJ!
Hello?
Hello.
Hi!
Okay. For some reason, audio wasn't coming through.
Oh. Well, what did you do? Hey, oh, what you gonna do? Hey, oh, what you gonna do? People in the house, let's go. It's your boy JD. Alright. Work that body, look till you don't hurt nobody. Hey. Bop. Bop, 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 bop. Hey, yo, what you gonna do? Hey, oh, what you gonna do? Get wild, lose your mind. Crank that thing at off time.
Hey, DJ. Down and up.
Da 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 da.
Oh my god.
What?
I forgot. They're going to add raccoons to Project Zomboid.
Ooh.
Followed by the Project Zomboid update's gonna be coming out soon.
Nice.
It's in like closed beta testing right now.
Ooh.
And that's gonna be pretty hype.
And I think there's another game that a lot of people could play.
Yes, it has like an infinite amount of people you could put on a server. Technically, the entire house and Gavin could play. But I don't think Gavin will. I also have the madness of going, biodrama.
That also has many, many people.
Yes, but I know it's also a game that not many people like to play.
Yes,
It's a
here.
specific mood kind of game. I know if there's one game I could possibly push for people to play, but that's just Minecraft with extra steps.
What is it?
Vintage Story.
No, never heard of it.
It isn't on Steam via people who make it have their own like site that you buy it from, like itch.io and stuff.
Ah,
But it's basically Minecraft, but start from the Stone Age and slowly work your way up, doing proper metallurgy and shit.
Hmm.
Hey, your food's gonna spoil, so you have to make a proper underground cellar to have a cool enough temperature so you can store food. Make sure to have fat to be able to properly seal your pots that you make soup in, so it doesn't spoil. Okay, I hope you know how to tan things, because we're gonna need to find lye. Also, the world is slowly going out of temporal flux, and rifts into the space-time will open, causing eldritch entities to jump out to kill you. It's interesting, and just a lot of in-depth, hey, this is how you properly do this system. It is tedious, and I like it.
Fair.
Have not bought it, have not played it, but I do love watching people play it. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god, a cat's name is Salad. Oh my god.
Salad. Oh my god, salad!
Now I scroll up a bit to hopefully find that one meme that I wanted to show David. Yes. David, it is almost time.
Ooh.
I'm in Project Zomboid.
It's
Soon
true.
to be. You're currently in the beta.
Hey Shay,
Yeah.
I have a quote, and I want to know if you can recognize where it's from.
Yeah.
Once I revert to an egg, I must bury myself underground for 3 years. There, my form matures.
Cell, Dragon Ball Z.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you'd instantly get it or not.
Pretty sure I owned the episode on VHS where he motherfucking said that shit.
What's that?
He was quoting Sal when he was like, I reverted to an egg and buried myself on the ground for 3 years.
Where my form matures.
My form matures.
And he not having the game open.
Who's in the bathroom?
I know.
He is in the
That's like
bathroom, or
being a bitch.
was.
You bitch?
He's
that
pissing.
ain't true at all.
He sings.
Oh, now he's not pissing.
That was it before I even sent out the invite.
Yes, I was.
Whoa.
You can join
Huh.
without invite? I didn't know that.
You can join friends.
Makes
I'm in.
sense. Oh, there you go. Wow, alright.
Hi, hello, we're all here.
I'm dumb. Alright, this should be... Yeah, got the two boys there. Launch?
You ready for so much talking?
Launch.
No, we already talked. Fine.
No, but we now have to talk to everyone else again.
Possible.
You know, everyone else around the ship.
It's true.
I hope you remember the voices you used.
I do.
I haven't used any yet.
We're gonna have to get to some new voices too.
That's true.
Because we're gonna talk to one of the people I'm excited to see what they will have in the future.
Ooh.
And we also have
We
so
are
many other
here.
places on the void ship to go before we even leave.
What, where do you think we're gonna go first?
Wanna go for it? I mean, you go to the satellite first.
I thought you
Satellite?
could choose to go to the satellite or the planet.
You can go anywhere, players.
Oh. I thought you had to go to the satellite first.
I don't think so.
I have no clue.
Let's just go there. Right next.
You can go to the station,
Hold
you
up,
can
do
go to the one planet, you can go to the main planet.
Yay!
Beautiful, we like, oh, freedom of choice.
We're here. Oh, it's streaming
I
again.
think I'm streaming again. I'm out here
So where to
streaming and
first,
shit.
Ed Warriors?
Dude,
Ed Warrior.
Letting it load in for a second.
was
Yeah,
gonna
give
say,
everything
I
time
don't
to
think we
breathe.
have characters assigned to us right now.
Not on the bridge.
Nah, on the
No,
bridge it is
exactly.
only Edward.
Ugh!
Talk to the people, because this is just a walk around hub space, sadly.
Ed Warriors!
But then we get to like talk as our characters.
Abelard!
Ed Warriors
So much
walks up
fun
to us.
dialogue.
Bridge
If he walks up
officer.
to talks to Abelard, I gotta talk.
Exactly. Do we want to just go around, check in with everyone?
Check
Yeah,
in with the
probably all the
squad.
cool new people.
Yeah, we'll just talk to Abelard. Abelard's right here. Hi, Abelard.
Oh, we gotta straighten up a back.
Abelard! Stand up straight, soldier!
Lord Captain,
Oh, he talked for you.
Oh, he didn't.
Oh, they might actually talk in this area.
Yeah, no, some of them now have more dialogue, it's great.
Love
Let's
these
talk about
guys.
things that may be useful to me as the rogue trader.
a noble aspiration, Lord Captain. I am ready to acquaint you with all the particulars that interest you.
Nice, let's just go through, see if he's just got info for us.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I love hot info.
Oh, I
In the
clicked that
first
one.
instance,
I clicked the
you
second
should
one.
treat official representatives
Oh.
of the Imperium with
We're the main
respect.
players. I need to be aware of the Corona
The Expanse may be on the fringes, but it still numbers among the territories of the Golden Throne. The arrival of the Lord Inquisitor has turned the Coronis Expanse into a less wild and uncontrolled region, to the regret of some individuals who had grown inured to the local lawlessness. Rogue traders such as yourself are also servants of the Imperium. They have been accorded special rights and powers. They wield immense authority within their territory, and they enjoy absolute respect in other parts of the Expanse. The most powerful of them are Kalagos Winterscale and Incendia Bastal Chorda. Tread carefully when dealing with either of them. If we are to speak of unclaimed territory, which is what Footfall is, among the scum that dwells on that handful of asteroids, there are 3 factions that wield considerable influence in the sector. The first is the Kazbala Commission, organized crime in its most primitive form. It holds sway over the Liege of Footfall, and has links to rogue trader Winterscale. The second faction is an offshoot of our shining ecclesiarchy, followers of St. Drusus. They are actively building their forces, and hold influence over rogue trader Chorda. And finally, the third faction, the Explorators, a wing of the Adeptus Mechanicus. They are willing to die and kill for the secrets of the ancient technological heresies that are hidden among the stars of the Coronis Expanse.
Major players. Also,
Hi,
different
David.
major factions for the shops we're going to run into. So our influence and how we deal with those factions give us better shops in their area.
He's good.
Outline the situation the Corona Expanse for me. What do I need to know and keep in mind?
Yes.
Frigates find themselves moored alongside pirate vessels. Until recently, the Coronis Expanse could hardly have been called a region of the Imperium. The situation has changed with the arrival of the Lord Inquisitor, but not by much. This place operates under its own rules, you see. More radical, so to speak. But ones that allow for a non-standard approach where there is a promise of victory. The Coronis Expanse is considered rogue trader territory for a reason. Only rogue traders have sufficient military might, audacity, and the rights granted them by the warrant to survive the leap into the unexplored part of the Expanse, and in the event of a successful outcome, to hold on to whatever they manage to capture on the frontier.
Ooh.
Conrad, our previous Master of Whispers, what can you tell me about his betrayal? What do you think he'll do
Betrayer.
next?
You know, Lord Captain, I am no admirer of fine art. But when we next find ourselves in a civilized port, with time to... I will promptly find an artist and commission a portrait of the individual to... We both served Lord Captain Theodora for many years, and we never saw eye to eye. He was brash. He was never afraid of assuming responsibility, and he willingly took on difficult tasks. I am loath to admit it, but the Von Valacius Protectorate continues to reap the fruits of his labors to this day. His service always garnered my respect. But everything else about him made me want to wring the neck of that two-faced snake. If you are taking comfort in the thought that we will hear no more of Conrad, prepare to be disappointed. You thwarted his plans, his meticulously plotted and nurtured treachery. He is sure to attempt to strike at you, and he will use his contacts and knowledge of the Protectorate to do so. The question, Lord Captain, is whether you will be able to anticipate his...
Is off now. Well, want to just keep going through these? Like, well, want to know more about our seneschal?
Yeah,
Mr.
sure.
Abelard?
Yeah.
I'd like to know more about my seneschal.
As you wish, Lord Captain. What would you like to know?
Yourself. What were you before you became Theodora's seneschal?
Working with people outside the Navy hierarchy has never been my strong suit. But I saw in the offer a chance to serve the interests of humanity even more effectively than in the Navis Imperialis. You do not need me to tell you just how remarkable a person Lord Captain Theodora was. I recognized her at once as a true leader and formidable creative force. One who had built a protectorate amidst the dangers and wildness of the Expanse.
Leaving the Imperial Navy is far from easy. Why were you permitted to quit your post?
You could say there was no one among the naval command who was willing to impede the wishes of the rogue trader. To do so would be to risk their own position and their relationship with Theodora. Well, the Lord Captain possessed certain contacts in the Imperial Navy. Contacts which she used to request help during the conflict on the border world. And which enabled her to make me an offer that resulted in my joining her retinue. The Navis Imperialis is an ancient institution with its own mandates and muster lists. On occasion, in the heat of an official briefing, or an informal discussion, I violated those rules, determined to press my point. It is challenging to choose the words to accurately express my opinion on a situation or the actions of others that do not sound overly scathing or confrontational. Many in command were inclined to view my manner of speaking as unbefitting a person of my rank.
That's my boy, Abelard.
That's my boy. Gained
XP.
44 experience. Oh.
You get so much experience.
Do we want to call him out on liking Theodora?
Yeah. I say yeah. But also,
I
it's
think-
okay if people don't want to. I don't know if it's
I think
rude.
Diff question, because like all of us have already gone through this part, so.
I just
Oh.
don't remember if we called him out on it before. I don't know.
I don't
we
remember.
did. So we can ask
Sure.
again. I remember what the answer is. So.
Fair. Let's do it. Let's send it. What do you talk about Theodora? I'm beginning to think you were in love with her.
What? Lord Captain, any allegations of improper feelings or unsanctioned relations are utterly baseless and bordering on the insulting. Utterly baseless.
Utterly baseless.
Not based.
Abelard,
Do you have a family?
I am a widower.
No!
I am a father of 4. And if my information is not outdated, a grandfather of 11.
Oh my god!
My family lives on Dargonus. None of my children express any eagerness or aptitude for serving aboard ship. And I would hardly have insisted that they follow in my footsteps.
Thank you. I have no more questions.
Of course.
Ooh.
Devlin,
dude.
we boys. You can call me by my first name if you wish.
We out here being boys.
I thank you for the honor, but I must decline. As a former military officer, I believe in the importance of order in all things, including the chain of command. You
Understandable.
are the Lord Captain, my direct superior. I am not prepared to address you in any way other than as regulation dictates.
Abelard.
I must take my leave. Until next time, Seneschal.
Lord Captain.
Okay.
Very good.
We're a friend of the
I
ship
love
now.
my Lord Captain.
Do we go to the front of the ship or do we go towards the back? There's people both directions.
Front.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk to the Vox Master? I'm
Yes.
more willing now that I'm not the one doing her fucking voice.
Ooh. Ooh.
A thin, pale woman stands out among the rest of the crew. There's a thick bundle of cables coming out the back of her skull and disappearing under her ceremonial garment. And you see the grate of a quietly humming box where her mouth should be. The woman sees you and bows her head in a respectful greeting. How may I serve you, Lord Captain?
Do we need her to remind us of who she is?
Not really.
Not
I'd say
really.
we're good.
I remember.
Yeah, I remember.
Also, when I say this is not me fishing. I just know in these games, certain dialogue options can affect things later. So I don't know if that
Make 'em go, "Oh,
attitude
really?
or
You don't
things
know
or
me?"
stuff. You know, like I don't know. That's why I just bring it up.
It's fine.
What are the Vox Master's duties?
I am the ears and the voice of this void ship. I supervise several dozen officers and 3 times that number of support personnel. We receive, send, encrypt, and decode all incoming outgoing messages through the ship's internal and external channels. We also ensure clean communications and the optimal efficiency of the crew's Vox casters. If you ever want to know what worries and concerns your crew are harboring, what your subjects are whispering about in local networks after their watches, and what their leaders are clamoring about over shortwave box transmissions, just come and see me. I will satisfy your curiosity.
We want some tea.
I want that tea, dog.
Spill that ship tea. Have
Get
the Vox
that
spirits
tea.
brought you something interesting lately?
Forgive me, Lord Captain. I have no information that would be of interest to you at this moment.
Your appearance is unique. You are Voidborn, are you not?
My appearance comes from my heritage, generation after generation of people who spent their entire lives in the depths of this void ship. Neither we nor our ancestors have ever left our home. But the same can be said
Oh.
about many denizens of the Imperium's million worlds. We are used to the silence of the cosmos and the voices of the ship. There are thousands of us, but we dwell far from the Lord Captain's upper decks and remain unseen. We are the Voidborn. Yeah, I think when we got through that big thing, there were like 7,000 people died in like that little like rebellion that happened
Yeah.
in us going through here.
Fucking ridiculously big. Where does the
That's
word Voidborn
not
come
the
from?
biggest issue. Because we are the children born in the void, between the stars, be it the womb of a traveling vessel, an orbital satellite, or a forgotten asteroid station. Low gravity, voyages through the warp, and countless dangers of space travel. Everything others hate and dread is second nature to us.
Tell me about the lives of the Voidborn and my crew.
To us, the groans, creaks, and murmurs of the ship sound the way babbling brooks and singing birds do to world dwellers. We hear the ship breathe, know what it is feeling and thinking. We are part of the ship, part of the crew,
Hey.
just like it is part of us. We perform numerous functions, and there are many officers among our number. Some maintain order and prevent mutiny, others serve as shepherds and support the crew, and some devote themselves to mending the body and spirit of the vessel. Most of the Voidborn are members of large void ship dynasties that bear responsibilities for certain aspects of the ship's life. For 300 years, the main branch of the Ptolemon dynasty has produced the ship's Vox Masters, and most of our subordinates come from the cadet houses of the dynasty.
How do you find life on the ship?
Life has been quite generous to me, Lord Captain. I am the Vox Master, and only the best in the dynasty can become one. By virtue of my skills and position, no one has ever denied me anything. Our family claims a spacious section for its demesnes. I also enjoy long walks through the narrow and dimly lit corridors of the ship, listening to the sounds of her activity, falling asleep and waking up to the chanting of hymns, and admiring the stars beyond, of course.
How do others on the ship treat you?
We look, speak, and move differently from the inhabitants of the planetary worlds. Our way of life, traditions, and quirks frighten these people just like the darkness of cosmos. Many believe us to be bringers of ill fortune, and alas, it is the Voidborn who get the blame for terrible warp phenomena during longer voyages. Victus hesitates before continuing. Several years ago, an unfortunate warp jump caused all the food to spoil on board. 15 days later, a hungry and furious crew nearly massacred everyone on the lower decks, blaming us for the misfortune and hoping to restock the larders with our flesh. I would have been killed during the mutiny had Idira Glass not shown up in the right place at the right time. She came to my rescue, and the scoundrels' fear of her was even greater than their fear of the Voidborn.
Looks like you are close friends with Adira.
Webs of tiny wrinkles appear at the corner of Vigdis's eyes, the only hint that the Voxmaster is smiling. The Voidborn seldom make friends, especially among the captain's entourage. But you see, many consider Idira to be different. I am different too. We have spent plenty of time in each other's company discussing regicide over a glass of amasec.
Regicide's a board game for them. I think it's just chess. Yeah, it's chess.
Yep, chess.
Similar to chess. I've seen like a board, it's different.
Slightly weird, yeah.
Except Adira changed after one incident, and we started to drift apart. The death of Lord Captain Theodora made her withdraw even more. I don't know if Adira considers me her friend now, but we used to be very, very close. It is good I can still look after her, in my own way. Perception test succeeded. Interpreting the Vox Master's emotions based on half a face and a Vox-modulated voice is no easy task. We managed to catch the undercurrent of Vitus's word. The Vox Master is not merely saddened by her rift with Adira, she is devastated by it.
No!
Experience.
Yay, fun for experience. Have you ever left the ship?
Oh, I did once, and it was dreadful. It felt like the massive blue dome overhead could shatter at any moment and fall, and my bones would be crushed by the gravity. Victus twitches her shoulders, trying to ward off the flood of memories. The ship is my home, Lord Captain, and I would not trade it even for the bounty of 100 worlds.
I see. Let us return to business.
As you wish, Lord Captain.
Oh yeah, it's time.
Connect me to the vessel's main channel. I wish to bolster the morale of my crew.
Whoa!
Oh, succeeded. The Vox Master nods obediently and presses several switches on the device she is holding. It is done, Lord Captain. Gained 44 experience. You address the crew with a rousing speech and hear your voice roll through the ship, reaching even the normally quiet corners of the vessel. When the broadcast ends, you hear distant shouts of approval.
Yay!
Yeah. That will be all for now.
I lived to serve, Lord Captain.
Fuck yeah.
See, the problem with fucking Ablog getting so many lines is that now I'm going to be more self-conscious about my voice for him, because I am going to hear what he should sound like.
Eddie,
What?
can you check over here for a second?
Why? Because you know someone's over here and you want to talk to them?
No, because Oh, actually, it's interesting because when I was playing, there was a man here, and he is not here for you.
Weird.
There was a priestly man.
Oh, well, there's this guy.
That's you, Ethan.
The tall man before you appears to be woven from tendon and muscle. Blue veins snake under his white, almost dove-colored skin, and his scalp and chin are covered in cropped white hair. His neck and shoulders are wrapped in wire that hint at the presence of neural connectors under his uniform. The officer's face seems to be twisted in a perpetual grimace of annoyance and anger, but he greets you with a respectful nod. Lord Captain, Master Helmsman Ravor, at your service.
I assume we don't need a reminder for him either.
Yeah, no.
So Ravor,
We're good.
You're a Voidborn, are you not?
that I am. Born in a helmsman clan in the bowels of a Chartist vessel, studied the family trade until I was 15. Then the entire clan was butchered in a mutiny by Lowerhold scum. They spared the young'uns, of course they did. Kids with implants, connectors make great navigational servitors. But I wasn't having none of that. They weren't going to make a servitor out of me. So I escaped into the crawlways, and then I spent months picking them off, one after another. Ravor stopped abruptly. Got me talking up a storm. Anyways, yes, I'm a Voidborn.
Want to finish the story?
Yeah.
Finish your story, Revolt.
Yeah.
Stay silent for a few seconds. Not much to tell. I gutted everyone I could get to, and then I fled upward to the middle decks. That's where the auger operators took me under their wing. They have apprentice helmsmen of their own up there, you see. Nobody asked me any questions, so I stayed. I grew up, trained, got smarter. Ended up a junior helmsman. A dozen years later, Downrock spotted me and lured me up away. The cheeky ployer.
Tell me about the Voidborn?
Yeah.
You might have a different view.
We might have different
Winces and Rebs' temple. Lord Catherine, I mean no disrespect, but you'd do better to find someone with a knack for conversation, like Tolleman, the new Vox Master. I ain't for talking type. I'll just get the ship where she needs to go. Best let folks stick to what they do best.
Oh, okay. Well, what can you tell me about the other officers, though?
Give me some tea.
Come on, hit me with that tea.
Good for nothing wasters. That's what they are. Each and every one. Take Janris Downrock, that high-born weasel. He
Hey.
fawns over the officers, but some of the deals he makes would get him burned alive. He drags other people into his schemes, so they can take the fall for him too. One of my junior helmsmen was ferrying goods from Footfault for him. Got caught by the Seneschal and ended up in a void hatch. Downrock couldn't care less. The Vox Master, another toilerman, like the last one, Void Restum, is no better. She cut off half the Vox channels the day she took up her post. Said the Vox systems were damaged and the Enginerum had no contact with our modules. But how am I supposed to steer the ship? Collect the COGS reports with the power of me mind?
Yes.
First officer was Sarian. I can't stand him. Like every Navy officer I've ever met, he doesn't know a thing about controlling a vessel in the void, but he puffs himself up all the same and throws his weight around. Me and him have to have words a few times before he left me alone. Thank the Emperor Lady Theodora trusted me more than the Seneschal when it came to helming a void ship. And there's that woman, what was her name? Lass? Lady Theodora brought her along wherever she went. And look what happened to her. I wouldn't be surprised if it turns out it was that witch that has delivered her to an early grave. Just like countless souls before. I don't see why anyone would want that walking calamity on their ship, but some would disagree. They say she's friends with young Tolleman, you should know, or at least she used to be.
Tell me, do you like anyone at all?
Huh? What kind of question is that? I like you, and Lady Theodora before you. Where would I be if I was making cracks about the rogue trader? I don't want to die just yet.
Such a reasonable answer, boy. Let's take my leave.
I must take my leave now.
Lord Captain,
Come.
Come from Captain's Wayne, I believe.
Hey, yo, it's Argenta. Is there anyone else important over on the side? No. All right. Argenta, what's up?
Digenta.
Rogue trader.
Oh.
Pass. This lady is gonna have a bunch of voice lines now.
Mm-hmm.
Shay, Shay, you said you have a personal request for me?
I indeed have a request, rogue trader.
He's so good at voice acting.
Ooh,
Flawless.
she didn't. She had a request and then she stopped speaking.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Abelard's voice is
The accursed servants of chaos who assaulted this ship took the lives of your loyal crew members, and they orphaned many children, including the progeny of the brave officers who defended their post until the bitter end. I don't know what customary practices there are for cases like this in Von Valencia's territory. Von Callis. Von Callis. Who's Von Callis? I think that's somebody.
Ew.
Von Valencia's territory. But in the world I'm familiar with, the children of such brave souls could expect to receive some special consideration. Perhaps the rogue trader could meet with the orphan.
It's fair. So you got what go to meeting do? Making arrangements for a meeting with a rogue trader. I will address the orphans with a speech. I will meet with them. No formalities needed. These are the children of people who gave their lives to the Von Valencia's dynasty. My considerations is the least they deserve. Deliver this order on my behalf. The orders are to be properly provided for, but a person will meet with a rogue trader is too much. And why would I? Do you wish to fill these children's heads with illusions that the world and its rulers care about them? I have no fun
Ooh.
with this. Yeah, probably four, or not four, three.
Yeah,
Something
yeah.
about it. Yeah, we think to be good people. Okay.
I'd
Got a
like
bunch
to
of
be.
Good people.
Yeah, no, I agree. This is what I did. I'll meet with them. No formalities needed. These are the children of the people who gave their lives to the Von Valencia's dynasty. My consideration is the least that they deserve.
I'll pass on your instructions. Thank you for taking my request to heart.
And off we go.
We're going now.
We're going now. You said no formalities needed. What do you have to prepare?
This is where you learn politicking, Lord Trader.
Beep. Beep. Beep 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 boop.
Beep, beep, beep,
Where's
beep,
my
beep.
sandwich?
We didn't
Actually,
get our
I was just about
sandwich.
to- I was just about to actually go eat a sandwich. No, now? Okay, I'll put off lunch. No, it's fine. I'll put off lunch.
For you, I'll put off lunch. Okay. Guess we're doing this.
What we're doing.
What we're doing now. Great.
Here I come. Walking up. Ooh, getting claps.
Oh, I got a couple claps. That's a little
Nice.
more awkward.
Narrator Sheridan.
Oh, sorry, I forgot he's the narrator.
The motley group of adolescents do not take their eyes off of you, gazing at you as if you were a creature straight from a fairy tale.
David?
It's
I was waiting him to speak on his own.
Not now.
Our indefatigable sister has been keeping an eye on these pups. Abelard glances at the gathered children. It is hardly the Scala Progenium in here, but we have provided the orphans on our ship with adequate care and instruction.
Thank God.
Argenta is standing to the side of the group. At your approach, she perks up and announces, her voice ringing. Brave ones, the master of this ship has appeared before you. The one who guides it through the darkness of the universe, by the Emperor's will. Greet your Lord Captain, the road trader of House von Valencius. Oh, that's me.
Oh my god.
You notice Infernus Master Heinrich Montag standing a few paces away from the orphans. He watches you with approval and bows respectfully when you meet his gaze.
I like how you can immediately just be like, give them treats and escort them home. They have, I believe, a minute for holding me as a grown up honor for them is nuts. Let's see, just get a dress.
Owlcat will always let you be the biggest asshole they could literally think you could be.
That's fair. I smile.
Power to him for that.
Rich, ask Enrich about stuff later. Your Lord Captain greets you, brave ones.
The teenagers keep staring at you. A girl who has remained close to Argenta smiles uncertainly. A skinny pale lad tries to throw his shoulders back and stand at attention like a soldier. Only a few teenagers at the far end of the row seem sullen, and not particularly.
Alright, fuck you. Kill those.
I think Shay's mic might be doing the thing.
What do you mean?
Things sound different.
Things sound different.
Sorry, my
Oh,
headphones,
no, that's fine.
my headphones disconnected themselves.
Ah.
Yeah, and then Eddie's voice came through your computer mic for a
That's
second.
fair.
Yeah.
So it's
I'll be orphan.
One of sorry, yeah. I thought it was-
One of the scowling visitors with a thin scar across his face tosses his head back and says brightly, "So what? Why should we care? Our friends and parents died in the dozens for you noble lot, and you just give us speeches?"
I haven't even done that.
Argenta
Eduardius,
quickly turns to the
please.
boy. A flurry of emotions flashes in her dark eyes, like she wants to both calm him and scold him for his impudence. Sorry, I'm tripping up this session.
It's fair, yeah. If you have things to say them without fear. I will listen.
The boy smiles grimly. "It doesn't matter what we say. It won't bring our parents back, and it won't change our fates either. We'll keep slaving away on this ship until we drop and die like our folks or worse."
I think the first one's the best nice guy one.
Yeah.
I understand your grief and dismay. Your parents died. It's not an easy thing to go through. But they gave their lives for the truth, for the good of the whole ship, for the Imperium. Do not speak of their honorable fate with anger and disdain. He looked away. Died.
You heard the rogue trader. His words carry the wisdom of the Imperium. Lady, I'm just saying shit.
Lady, I'm fucking
It's hard
around.
to say whether or not your words have left an impression on the boy. But he nods slowly. Then he catches himself. He gives you an awkward bow.
Abelard.
Abelard gives a sign, and servants immediately emerge carrying package sheets with the Von Valentius emblazoned on the wrappers. It appears that the Seneschal came prepared for any contingency.
Thank you, Abelard. Abelard's fucking always ready.
Argenta rubs her temple pensively. She smiles and offers a few more words of encouragement, then leaves the bag.
Very good, Argenta.
Thanks for the claps, I guess.
If he goes.
Hey, thank you.
You all really could have done better, but I guess that was acceptable.
All right. Back up top. Argenta, don't ever make me do that. That was so awkward. Like, I didn't expect it to be that awkward. Argenta, like, 3 of them clapped.
Yay. Yo, a candy bar with a Von Valentius insignia on it? Hell yeah.
A Hershey just reshaped with a fucking, like, heated stamp.
I'm never gonna eat this.
I'm never
I
gonna
already
do
ate mine.
Never gonna give
let you
you
down.
up.
Let you down.
I'm gonna run around.
Is it you?
Argenta, come back. I have so many questions.
Wait,
Argenta, please! Have you seen my sandwich?
Argenta.
Greetings.
Edwardius.
Glorious!
That's glorious.
Glorious.
Gladly, there are none more faithful to the
Thanks,
God
that's a quest,
Emperor
that
than
was-
my sisters. We fight against... his enemies by the will of the Holy Ecclesiarchy. We...
The Ecclesiarchy.
I beg your pardon, rogue trader. Here I am talking about what
Said the
every
Adeptus
lesser
Sororitas
noble
are
in the
fiercest in
Imperium
their
knows.
face among the wars of the Imperium.
So what
Is it
exactly
true?
are... It is. The Sisters of Battle are a fire lit by the God Emperor. They are the echo of his voice that travels through the dark expanses of the universe. We bring his wrath to heretics, mutants, and other enemies of humanity. We protect the faithful from the unholy and unhallowed. Sometimes with words, more often than not with a bolter.
That's fair. Are all sisters truly as faultless as you say?
Even the novices of the Adeptus Sororitas are drawn from among the most worthy. Those who have taken the vows and become a full-fledged sister are the best of the best, tested by trials of body and spirit. Yes, there have been cases when a sister stumbled or showed weakness, but do not expect to hear a story of depravity or downfall from me. Each such occurrence is a great tragedy for us all. Light cannot bear the smallest speck of darkness within. And thus those who have trespassed or shown weakness of spirit are given a chance at redemption. They are called Sisters Repentia, and may the enemy tremble before her, for nothing can stop a sister of battle who yearns to be cleansed of fault and weakness. Wearing nothing but robes, no armor, eviscerator in hand, those sisters who have once faltered find repentance on the battlefield. Their lives are seldom long, but a death in the name of purgation is a better fate than to live with a shadow in one's soul.
What order are you from?
Once I had completed my novitiate, I was sent to the Calixian branch of the Order of Our Martyred Lady, assigned to the Order's Pronatus. The Order's mission is vital and noble. The Sisters Pronatus protect great relics of the Imperium. We guard them, preserve them, escort them when they are brought onto the battlefield or presented for pilgrims to venerate. And we seek out the relics that have been lost. Neither a coven of heretics nor the most wicked death world can deter Sisters Pronatus when their goal is to return a piece of the great legacy of the Imperium into the hands of the faithful.
The Order Pronatus is not one of the Order's militants, and yet you are a trained fighter.
Don't let the name deceive you. The Order's militant trains sisters to march onto the battlefield as an army. That does not make sisters who belong to the non-militant orders timid and helpless. Both the solace-bringing Sisters Hospitaller and the enlightened Sisters Dialogus know how to greet enemies of humanity. Their dialogue with heretics is usually quite short, with the last word being a bolter discharge. And my order has all the more reason to be known for the martial prowess of its sisters. We are the keepers of the Imperium's relics. What would become of our blessed hero's legacy if the Sisters Pronatus could not protect it?
You said you belonged to the Calexian branch of your order. What brought you to the Cronius Expanse?
The Order sent me to Footfall. My undertaking was to assist the local priesthood of Drusians in caring for a sacred reliquary that had been there since the time of Parson Mr. Wayne, the station's founder.
Are there any other members of the Adeptus Sororitas in the Cronus Expanse?
None that I'm aware of, but the Sisterhood's orders are many, and can operate independently of one another, sending their sisters wherever their presence is needed as deemed by the Ecclesiarchy. Perhaps somewhere in the Lord Inquisitor's retinue, may his path be blessed, my sisters perform their duty as we speak. I wish it were so. Even a single evening spent in joint prayer and training would bring me joy.
Hey, puppy.
I have no more questions about the sisterhood.
Should any
Oh,
more
the headset
arise,
disconnected
keeping them
again.
to yourself would be imprudent.
Oh my god.
It is a virtue to take an interest in holiness.
Tell me about yourself.
About me? I am the Emperor's daughter and his servant. What else is there to tell about me?
Good talk. How'd you end up on Theodore's ship?
I first came here when I found myself in need of passage from Footfall to a remote planet. But I imagine what interests you is not that first journey, but rather what brought me aboard prior to the pirate attack. That story is complicated. It just so happened that I made a mistake. In a moment of laxity, I was ambushed by the accursed followers of the archenemy. I was badly wounded. Lady Theodora came to my aid and brought me aboard her ship, while her crew attended to me in my weakened state. It all happened not too long ago. I'd barely recovered from my wounds when the pirates struck. Truly, the servants of evil know no rest. There is no place where we can be safe from their machinations.
What happened to the men who wounded you? Did Theodora's men eliminate them?
Sadly, they did not. Lady Theodora was in a hurry and chose not to stay on the planet. Her people took me to a ship while I was unconscious, and when I came to my senses, we were already flying away. How I pray to come face to face with those heretics once more. And it's bound to happen someday.
You mentioned making a mistake?
It happens even to the best of us. My mistakes are my burden to bear. I'll find a way to atone for them.
Where did this happen?
On one of the recently discovered planets in the Expanse. No one suspected that it had already been tainted by the filth of heresy. Had I known it beforehand, of course I would have been on my guard.
We could go to this planet and deal with the Chaos Worshippers.
Ooh.
The path to that planet was lost. All the knowledge is gone, along with the previous navigator. It would take immense effort and resources to rediscover the route. The heir to the von Valanci's protectorate must have plenty of other issues to deal with right now.
But I love killing
Perhaps
heretics.
later, when the skies above our heads have cleared.
Fine. God damn it. Like the traveling on Theodora's ship.
I hadn't been here that long. Just one journey from Footfall, and the other journey, the majority of which I spent in the confines of the medbay. I can't tell you much about the first voyage. I was more focused on prayers and ruminations than on the people around me, or the journey itself. During the last journey, Seneschal Viserion stood out for me. He came by several times to ask about my health. He's an honorable man and a loyal servant of the Imperium. I think he is as meticulous in his inspections of the logistic systems as he is in his inquiries about the health of the occasional sister of battle aboard the ship. All of Theodora's people have earned my trust. You know who I'm talking about. There is no place for Adira Tlas among the God Emperor's faithful. I'm surprised she wasn't in league with the pirates. And I'm equally surprised by how deep heresy and treason run in this place. I'm glad we all made it through that dark hour. May the day that follows be bright.
That's interesting.
What?
I'm surprised she wasn't in league with the cultists. She said, I'm surprised she wasn't in league with the pirates.
Oh, weird.
Oh, she's been saying pirates instead of cultists this whole time.
Wild.
Don't have any more questions, thank you.
As you wish.
But I do. What's keeping you in my retinue?
But it's keeping you in my retinue.
This ship was targeted by heretical pirates, which means that my presence here and the assistance I provide to you are my sacred duty. Sooner or later, I will likely have to return to Footfall to protect its reliquary. But for now, I wish to remain a part of the Rogue Trader's crew.
thinking 1 or 2. Because obviously we're not getting rid of Argenta. Ah, very good, Shay.
Ah,
Damn, Shay.
Pleased me
Get
to have
her
a servant
outta
of the Golden Throne in my crew. May the enemies of the Imperium tremble before our onslaught.
So they shall.
Yeah. Have you heard the good word? I'm sure you've heard it. My bad, Argenta. Why'd I even ask?
David, did you delete my message from the Twitch chat?
Mr. Montag.
I was trying to make you a moderator, and then I accidentally timed you out, which auto-deleted your message, and then I timed you back in, like instantly after, but it
He
didn't
timed you
undelete
out
the
for
message.
6.
I timed you out for 10 minutes, because apparently that's the default time.
Nonsense.
Good
Henry.
God, honestly.
New motherfucker. This guy.
Who's
right.
voicing Henrik?
I think this was
The
Shay.
Infernus Master nonchalantly lights an elo stick from a thermal cutter and spreads his arms in a welcoming gesture. Heinrich Montag, at your service. He smells of cinders in Idaho? His face sooty, and his belt is laden with a number of heavy tools. You would have taken him for a laborer if it weren't for the greasy and ragged officer's uniform.
How'd you come to be in service of the Von Valancius dynasty?
Not in the usual way. My ancestors wronged yours, and were appointed Inferni as a result. Hard labor, deadly risks, plenty of opportunities to atone. Those criminals have been dead for generations, but we are still serving their time. Maybe we'll find redemption one day. I hear that you too have had to deal with injustice and bad mouthing in your time. I hope people will stop judging you for your past mistakes in less than a couple hundred centuries. Yarr.
Yar. Tell me about the Infernus Guild.
What interests you the most? R2E, our state-of-the-art equipment, or our vibrant tradition? Vibrant tradition.
How is the guild organized?
You know what a fucking guild is, don't you?
I love it if this guy was real straight with me, like, what?
You know what a fucking guild is? The Infernus service is split into 2 different brigades according to duty. The heart of the guild are, of course, the liquidators. Tough guys with nerves of steel who put out fires and pull people from the flames. Others are repairmen, dealing with problems of like jamming doors, fuel leaks, and broken vents. And then there are walking inspectors who check the decks to make sure that nothing is blocking any passages or access to communication lines. Yarr.
State-of-the-art equipment. That sounds interesting.
The Infernus Master smiles guiltily. That was a bit of a stretch. I'm sorry. There is no state-of-the-art equipment. That risks ruining it. Ruining it in a fire. In a fire are too great. The risks of ruining it in a fire are too great. Sorry. We get by using human resources and the most common items available. Respirators, fire extinguishers, flame retardant uniforms. Let's face it, the lives of the Inferni are not worth much. It's more important that we serve the machines and minimize damage to the ship.
What traditions?
Funny thing about that,
We don't actually have a lot of unique traditions.
We have plenty of those. Like the reminders. Heinrich rolls up his sleeve, revealing a tattoo inscribed over an old burn mark. When you survive a particularly hopeless accident, you get a tattoo on your scar. You can always tell an experienced Infernus by their ink. It's like a badge of honor of sorts.
Tell me how you got your reminders.
Oh, I right fucked up in bad way.
Oh god, I'm fucked.
He points to a tattoo on his right forearm.
This one is from the time plasma leaked from the outer half circuit. Imagine yourself clinging to the hull outside, thermal cutter in one hand and magnetic clamp in the other. As their flames burst from the breach, the kind that can incinerate you in a second. All that separates you from death is a flimsy rope and a void suit more ancient than Holy Terra. And yet, the price I paid was nothing compared to my comrade. He slowly moves the augmented fingers on his right hand. I used to think sharks were my friends. As for his the look he directs at his left hand is full of bitterness. I got this in the ammo depot where my life, Elzinora, died. There was a fire, and the flames were getting close to the ammunition. And I don't mean autogun rounds. These were macro cannon shells.
All right.
You tell her big and said macro. We put out the fire as best we could, but we were losing. Suddenly, LZ took my hand, kissed me, and then ran straight into the blaze and activated the emergency blast door. We stayed outside while she vented the compartment. Heinrich has a tender smile, gazing at the smoke. It was quite a story.
Sorry for your loss, Enric.
Oh, she was a right bitch. He nods gratefully and takes another puff.
Looks like she
I've
wasn't.
learned all I need.
Well, I've learned all I need.
What shall we talk about?
That's enough for now, Enric.
Yar.
Yeah.
Never let your fire go out, Lord Captain. I mean, no. Heinrich Hurley waved his hand. That's just a stupid little guild in joke. Seriously, if you see an inverted stick and make it plain, run!
Sure, sure, buddy. All right.
So perfect for that.
Here's a museum for a Nick Blade. Run.
Yar, fiddly
Good to
bee.
meet you, fucking lunatic.
Being in furnace is alright with me.
Alright, looks like there's no one else in the front right now.
Yeah.
So let's go over. Is there anyone over here? Oh yeah, we got.
Jostika Sourback.
Who the fuck was this?
Who's going to speak
I
to
think
this
this
person?
one's
I
a
think
new
this
one.
is a new one.
This is a new person. This is our interrogator.
Oh, our what?
Interrogator.
Interrogator?
Interrogator. Do you want this lady or should I, Tiff?
I can
Let's
take her.
have-
Is
Is that a lady?
It is a lady.
Oh, it's a metal. I thought that was a goatee. It's a
That's
metal
what I thought at
fucking-
first too. It's a metal.
Chin.
You got that metal
Okay.
chin, girl.
Here comes the silver chin.
Jocasta Sourback is a very picture of discipline. Her uniform is exquisitely pressed, her armor is polished, and her posture is imposing and rigid. The only flaw in her immaculate appearance is a heavy enforcer's maw, which is worn and battered from frequent use. She salutes you with a practiced motion. Greetings, Lord Captain.
How did you come to serve on my flagship?
I come from the noble Sourback family of the capital world. I don't know how to say that.
Dragonus.
Dragonus.
Dargonus?
Dragonus.
Dragonus?
No, Dargo.
Dargonus?
Dargonus.
Say it, Hank.
Dargonus. Dargonus!
It'd be D-R-A.
Dar.
I dare say that our house is renowned for its loyalty and strict adherence to the law. And the members of my family have been your faithful enforcers for centuries. I am honored to be the 6th master-at-arms named Sourback to serve on this ship. Jocasta speaks the words with unmistakable pride. She's proud,
Why are
this
you
girl.
here instead of basking in luxury on
Where were you a couple
Dargonus?
updates ago?
Yeah.
Where'd Starro
Bec-
from?
Because of my cousin's Macarius. A furious crease appears between her brows. I cannot stand him. But the feeling is mutual. We can hardly be in the same room together, so I jumped at the opportunity to become your enforcer. I should thank my obnoxious cousin for nudging me towards the best decision of my life. I serve you with all my heart and wish for no other fate than this one.
You're wearing naval or Imperial Navy armor. How did you come by it?
I inherited from the previous master at arms, like the esteemed seneschal. I always forget to say things. I've heard people say it, and then I forgot. He left the Navy to serve Lady Theodora. He brought quite a few enforcers with him, and established a tradition upon the death of resignation of the enforcer, his or her armor should be passed onto a fellow enforcer who had distinguished themselves in the course of their duties. I was awarded armor in this way in my time, and upon the death of my predecessor, I inherited his personal armor.
What is your opinion of me as Lord Captain?
I would not dare form opinions about your lordship. That I would be unforgivably brazen of me. My duty is to serve, not to evaluate.
I want to know what you think about other officers.
I do not trust them. But I do not trust anyone. Mistress Ptolemy has too much power, and will surely be tempted to start deciding for herself what information to share with you and the crew on your behalf, and what to withhold. Raver is closely intertwined with the ship's systems, which opens up plenty of opportunities for sabotage. He must be watched. As for Danrock, forgive me, but a man of his size and habits cannot help but steal.
What can you tell me about Abelard?
The Seneschal is a model of competence and fidelity, and all of the officers and enforcers look up to him with gratitude. A grimace of fierce devotion takes hold of Sourback's face before she abruptly grits her teeth and continues. It is all the more distressing to see that the years have not been kind to the deeply respected master Viserion? Soon there will be no rejuvenant treatment that can save him from the mistakes inherited in such advanced age. But we are ever watchful, and will be there to steady the trembling hand of the honored veteran if need be.
I want to know more about your service.
I am ready to answer any questions, Lord Captain.
What are the Master-at-Arms duties?
I am responsible for upholding safety and order aboard the ship. Guard duties, patrols, finding and punishing troublemakers. In addition, my enforcers ensure that the crew follow all directives and carry out their tasks properly. As they say in my family, a servant who shows disobedience today prepares a riot tomorrow.
Of course. There are thousands of people aboard this vessel. How do you maintain order?
2 words, Lord Captain. Supervision and fear. The base nature of the rabble cries for an iron grip, lest they give into their animal urges. We have many well-tested measures to prevent it. Random night searches, preventative interrogations, corporal punishment, and executions. Of course, the laws of the ship equally apply to the officers. We eradicate the cancer of insubordination wherever we find it, without mercy.
But people will not repeat the mistakes of the previous Master-at-Arms.
You can be sure of that. He was a fine enforcer, but suffered from the fatal flaw of trusting his associates. I myself lack that weakness, and trust no one except for you, Lord Captain.
Let's change the subject.
Yes, Lord Captain.
That is all for now.
Proud to serve the dynasty.
Oh, that is so interesting. I had more dialogue options because I made myself a Militarum commander in my game.
Alright, here's this guy.
Yeah.
Yay!
The corpulent man in lavish clothes bows before you, not without difficulty. A servo skull whirs over his shoulder while the fingers of his augmented hand drum against the sheaf of papers he is holding, and he regards you with attentive interest through the lens of his magnifying implant. Greetings, your lordship. Janros Danrock at your service.
Where'd you come to serve the Von Valancius dynasty?
I come from Darganos, your lordship. I have been a subject of your dynasty since birth and have always strived to be of use to the great rogue trader. Alas, it was not my fate to be the primary heir of my own family, due to me being 15th in line for the title. So I decided not to stand in the way of those behind me in case they attempted to shorten the waiting list at my expense. Generous lets out an almost kindly chuckle. While my brothers and sisters schemed against one another, I studied the exact sciences and mastered bookkeeping, the greatest arts of the adeptus administratum. I must admit that the accumulation of wealth, something one can control, is far more exciting than hunting, carousing, and the other traditional amusements of my noble peers.
What was it like working for Theodore or with Theodore? Yeah.
Oh, now that's a tricky question, your lordship. Do you ask it of everyone, knowing they risk losing their head should they let slip a careless remark about your predecessor? I shall put it thus. Working with Lady Theodora was never boring and always profitable. The Imperium has billions of subjects, but very few do what they love and what they are best suited to. I would say Lady Theodora was one of the fortunate ones. She was a model rogue trader, and she surrounded herself with those who excelled at and loved the work. Hers was a rare talent indeed.
We should know what you think about or think of your fellow crew members.
Keeping tabs on your subordinates, a wise move. Tell me who interests you, and I'll endeavor to be as honest as possible. Generous's eyes light up. He is obviously eager to speak his mind.
Tell me what you think about Seneschal Abelard Wassarian.
Lady Theodore managed to do what even the Imperial Navy could not. Teach Master Viserion to carry out orders that he fundamentally disagrees with. I do not know what method she used, but the result is impressive. Having said that, there is something else you need to know. Lord Captain, your Seneschal is capable of being something far greater than a mere conduit of your will. He possessed the cunning and experience to run the Protectorate passably whenever Lady Theodora was away. And that really is saying something. Keep an eye on that old officer, I say, or alternatively, turn him into a faithful ally.
I'd like to hear your opinion on Conrad Vortigveer, the former Master of Whispers.
I hope I never see him set foot aboard this vessel again, not even as a servitor. Although, he would be able to do at least some good that way. Someone has to clean the latrines after all. The Factorum's bloated face grows stern. He gave us all quite a fright on that ill-fated day, Lord Captain. And still, to speak candidly, I never enjoyed Master Voigtveer's company, but I believed him to be a man who knew how to do his job. Regretfully, I was mistaken. It turned out Conrad lacked the most important quality for a Master of Whisperers: unwavering loyalty to the rogue trader, and his failing came to light in the most deplorable manner.
What do you have to say about Vox Master Vigdis Tolliman?
Ah, yes, the Voidborn. You know, in my family, we used such creatures as quarry whenever we went hunting. Mutants are the bane of humanity, an unseen tumor that threatens to end us all. But I digress. In the brief time Tolliman has spent in the post as Voxmaster, I have not noticed any significant flaws in her character or anything that would make me question her professional qualities. Needless to say, she is very diligent, as is any Voidborn seeking to earn their master's affection. I believe you can trust her in her skills and loyalty.
We should discuss something else.
As you say, your lordship.
I want to know more about the people who buy our plunder.
Of course, Lord Captain. Who interests you exactly? We must often deal with the followers of St. Drusus, the Explorators, the Casabalica Mission, or, Emperor forgive us, the Fellowship of the Void.
What are the followers of St. Drusus acquire for us? Or what do they acquire from us, Brain?
The Drusians still hope to bring the Coronis Expanse into the warm embrace of the faith, just as their flock hopes to receive the aid of the Drusian missionaries. Each crate of food, shipment of clothes, or box of medicine marked with your seal is a sign of the rogue trader himself believes in the sect's future success. Reverend Hieronymus is the first among the Drusians and is most often seen in Footfall's grand atrium. A gloomy fellow, but some almost believe him to be a saint.
Tell me about the explorators.
Members of the Explorator Cognitions fleet, which has been roaming the Coronis expanse for a good while now. Omnissiah knows what they are hoping to find, but their acolytes regularly show up on inhabited worlds, seeking bits of sacred knowledge, tracking down mechanical relics, and sniffing out artifacts, if truth be told. Supposedly, they want to save the ignorant rabble from corruption. A tech priest named Opticon 22 does business with us on the fleet's behalf. He can be found at the docks on Footfall.
Misjid in Kabalika's mission. Casablanca.
Masters of the cold trade, immoral criminals, and notorious crooks to the last man. The mission is but one branch of this mafia gang that has taken root in the Calixis sector. You can do business with them as long as you take the necessary precautions. They are led by Vladium Tokara, who recently appointed himself Liege of Footfall. Of course, he is a trusted ally of rogue trader Winterscale, but he will not refuse you, another of the Emperor's anointed. If you wish to talk to Vladium, look for him in the Liege's palace on Footfall.
What is this Fellowship of the Void?
It emits a laugh like gurgle. A pompous name, is it not? In truth, they are a gang of pirates who are forever squabbling over loot and territory. However, some of their little flotilla need supplies, or can take awkward cargo off our hands without asking questions. Of course, there is always the risk that these scoundrels will change their mind and attempt to board us instead, but so far our macro cannons have managed to keep them in line. They say Reza Calvera speaks on the Fellowship's behalf. The Adeptus Amicus on Footfall is rumored to be her favorite haunt.
Why are we giving away our spoils to these people in the first place?
To profit from them, of course. Most of the things you will find during expeditions are complete junk to one such as yourself, but the less fortunate and affluent servants of the Emperor think them treasures, especially when they are bestowed by the great rogue trader himself. Drusian fanatics and pirate cutthroats, Casablanca dealers and explorators, none will refuse our help in these dark and trying times. And there may come a time when we shall be the ones requiring aid, and it would be beneficial to have allies willing to provide it.
I suggest we change the subject.
Certainly, Lord Captain.
The other two are more mechanical things. Yeah, it's recruiting a mercenary or retraining, so I'm not going to click those. Enough questions for now. I shall return later.
Okay.
I shall await your instructions, Lord Captain.
Hey.
Oh, Adira, you
Hello.
crazy bitch.
Daybreak.
Hello, Lord Captain.
Daybreak.
The tall, middle-aged woman stares straight ahead, her eyes vacant, as she rubs the implant at her temple. Her collar is undone, and one of the clasps is on the verge of falling off. Sensing your
Ooh.
presence, Adira turns her head towards you and offers you a crooked smile, even as her eyes are looking right through you.
Adira, about your abilities.
Hello?
Let's see. This one's an option one. Let's see. First one's, I guess, more of a question.
Yeah.
You're a Psyker. Psykers are only granted the right to live with the Emperor's blessings. Have you ever been to Terra?
No, you've been
Look,
stationed.
Lady Theodora couldn't care less if some eggheads measured my brains or not. It's not about the
Eggheads.
seal on your forehead, get it? It's about what's in your gut, if it's rotten or not. My gut's stronger than the adamantine on this here ship.
Ooh.
And my implants are better than the ones they put in you on your Terra. If they weren't, I wouldn't have lived as long as I have.
Yeah, just a question. Where do you come from?
Place, an outlying world in the Heathen Stars region. In the Coronis Expanse, the deeper you go, the less visible the Astronomicon gets, and the less people know about the Imperium. The arrival of a rogue trader is the best thing that can happen to a world like that. The very best.
Tell me about Lyra.
It's an out-of-the-way planetoid between two faint stars. On Lyra, a dozen local tyrants fight over 5 measly continents. But they use everything they can to win, from poison to psychers. I haven't been there in many years, but there's nothing for me to miss. Trust me. But here on the ship is a different story altogether. I saw more wonders in my first year serving Lady von Valancius than I'd seen in my whole life on Lyra. Like my first journey through the... I was in bed for 3 days. I felt like supernovas were exploding in my head. I only found out later that I'd gotten off easy. Just through the bulkhead in the bay next to mine, a whole
Finish the story
team
about your
turned
first
into...
time crossing the warp.
It wasn't like it was a very fun trip, Lord Captain. But look, if you want to be entertained, I'm the woman for the job. I'll entertain you with one of the stories from my collection, no problem. But if you want to hear about the time I melted everyone in the bay next door, well, I just don't really want to go into the details on that one, all right?
Reasonable.
All right.
What did you do before you came to be on the ship?
Oh, I embroidered wall hangings in honor of our national heroes.
All right, girl, calm down.
I did the same thing I do here, Lord Captain. Divining. Our rulers prized the ability to see into the future. Every psyker that could be found was worth a small fortune on Lyra. There's no such thing as a peaceful life on Lyra. People like me were especially sought after. They'd pick psychers up wherever they found them, buy kids off their parents, even just abduct them. Take me, for instance. I got taken from my street gang. The older kids sold me when they noticed there was something off about me. The ruling dynasties had schools where they trained us and beat us black and blue. And then they packed us off to serve. Some of us held on for a long time, but others didn't last. Not everyone's as smart and talented as me, you know. Some people crossed the line and were out of commission before their time.
How'd you end up in the Rogue Trader service?
Theodora von Valancius paid a visit to the ruler I was serving at the time. I don't know what the visit was for, and it's no business of mine anyway. I can still remember the way the voices in my head changed when I looked at her. They were practically screaming. She had so much behind her, and plenty ahead of her too. As I gawped at her, all of a sudden I heard a whisper. A hint, a suggestion, nothing more. But I know the difference between idle chatter and a real threat. I seized my chance and approached Theodora. I managed to whisper a couple of words in her ear before the wardens dragged me away. They beat me and locked me up. No wonder. It wasn't my place to converse with outsiders. And then Theodora's people came for me. They broke down the wall, butchered the guards. All so I could tell them my warning in full. So I said the rest, but I didn't want to go back to my old life. And so I entered the service of the von Valancius dynasty.
Have you ever been off the ship? I mean, yeah, besides that, but yeah, have you ever been off yet?
A few times. Not many. And if I think about it, why would I want to? I've got everything I need here. All the whispers I hear are familiar ones. They almost feel like family. And if I want to hear about the nightmares off the ship, I can. After some Amisec.
It's gonna suck 'cause I'm gonna be dragging your ass off this ship a lot.
But don't go getting the wrong idea. If I have to, I'll follow you to the edge of the galaxy.
Let's talk about something else.
Of course, Lord Captain.
What's it like being a psyker? I know, but I'm gonna ask this question. What's it like for you being a psyker?
You could ask yourself that question, eh, Lord Captain?
I love if you hover over yourself, it just goes, "You are a psyker." It's considered it's also considered a decision consequence.
Community, you're a psyker.
Consequence.
Every psyker feels their connection with the warp in their own way. One person might see spots and shadows out of the corner of their eye. Another feels fingers running down their spine. As for me, I've got a door in my head. One that's open just a crack. There's no way to close it, no matter how hard I try. I've just had to get used to the whispers from the other side. When I need to use it for work, I listen in more closely. But I usually just try not to notice it.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, there's gonna be a fucking fire backdraft out of there soon. How do you live like this, whispering in your head?
Training, habit, and a little Amasec and a couple other things you can get on the lower decks. If you put all those together, it makes
Dear,
things
I didn't know you were
bearable.
cool like that.
Sometimes I even wonder if I'm imagining half the voices I hear. You know, when life on board gets a little boring. Better than listening to the living, anyhow.
All right.
What happened if your door burst open?
Well, if the door opens, that means somebody's planning to come in, right? But screw them. They're not coming through. Trust me. I know how to keep my valuable head locked up tight.
Cut to how many times Ethan exploded into a demon.
I was about to say, cut to the first combat we have when Ethan turns into a demon.
Aren't you afraid of losing control? You know, like exploding into a
Losers
demon?
who are afraid of their own gift lose control. Or idiots who never
Hear
figure
that?
out what they are
Notes
before
for
it's
later.
too late. Or little kids who want to play around with their shiny new toy. If you don't know the limits of your abilities, or you're always bouncing around in your own head, that's a recipe for disaster.
Cut to me only really spamming a minor power, just going, "Word of the Emperor!" Can you see my future?
All right. That's what I'm here for, after all. So, I'm just going to lean on that door in my head a little more, prick up my ears, and listen to what the warp's got to say about you. If you'll allow it, I can listen right now.
Sure.
All right.
Sure.
Let's hear what they're whispering about you. Hmm?
Adira grabs her hands together and suddenly freezes with a vacant smile on her face, her head slightly tilted. You feel goosebumps appear on your skin, and your collar begins to waver, even ever so slightly, as if moved by a breeze from a half-open door.
Seek not on firm ground, but in a golden hall suspended in the void. There waits a child without kin, but with a name blind to truth. She draws the brush across the canvas and does not notice that her palette is full not of paint, but of blood. And with each smear, this well does not deplete, but fills and fills up to the brim. One thing is clear. When this vessel overflows, none will remain unstained. Among the blind men and false prophets, a red-robed sage seeks the answer to a question. He does not know that it is not the answer he must seek, but the question that will draw everything into focus. Will you help him, rogue trader? But mark that sometimes ignorance is sweeter than oblivion. A chained hound chases after glimmers of the aurora, but sparks in the scent of oil confound his nose. A chain trails after him. What will happen if you pick it up? Will you become his master, or merely another beast in the pack of his true lord? The glow of dawn bursts forth from its prison. Dungeon walls cannot contain the dark essence wallowing in the dust. A naive cub pushes his nose into a familiar hand, one that holds death in twisted glass. Cherish it or cast it off as a burden. The sword of change has already been raised. What is one more life to it? I'm sorry, Lord Captain. The voices are going wild. I can't make out a thing. I'll try to rein them in, somehow. But for now...
I think 4 is just asking for an updated reading.
Yeah, an updated reading.
Probably the same thing. Did you know Theodora von Valancia as well?
She was super upset.
None of the officers knew the Lord Captain well. Not even Abelard, and she was always closer to him than anyone else. She told me from the off that if I ever listened to anything in the warp about her without her permission, I'd be going out through the airlock. I'm not an idiot, so I never stuck my nose where it didn't belong. Only when I was asked. It's hard to wrap my head around the fact that she's gone. Lady von Valancius gave me everything I have. She opened the stars to me and the paths between them. I still think I can hear her voice.
Good, great, yeah. Things are strained between you and Argenta, isn't that right?
The little sister is afflicted with her own set of voices. Ones that whisper to her about corruption and heresy. The silly girl doesn't realize that if she wants to find the source, she needs to start by looking in her own head.
Awesome. I must take my leave.
Of course. Always at your service. Whenever you need me.
Yeah.
Yeah, girl.
Yeah, girl, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
girl,
yeah, yeah.
totally. We'll come back and talk to you later.
Thank you. I get really lonely.
Oh, where are you going?
Where was that door? Where's that door go? The other
Yeah.
compartment?
We have multiple compartments we can go to now.
Oh, sweet Jesus. I was wondering. I'm like, there's like, I thought there was
We've got like maybe like 2 or 3 other places we can go to.
What the fuck?
Yeah. With a lot of fun little side puzzles and quests to do.
It's true.
One of which is your own room.
Well, I know though.
It's got stuff to. Yeah. You got your own stuff we can do there.
This is Lord Captain quarters. Okay, there's the
Yep.
Void Chief Shrine and the Chapel are in the
Oh
locations.
my
Where do we want to
god.
Uh,
Oh my god.
go? We could also save these for later if people want. It's up to you.
Let's see, quarters got some fun stuff if you want to do that.
I'm cool with
Check out
whatever.
quarters.
just go through it.
Stuff.
Check your bedroom. I want to see it.
That's so fair.
I want to see how the other half lives. It's abysmal.
Oh, wow. Well.
Oh, it's terrible.
Got nothing right now.
It's got nothing.
It's
Got
got
a
a
big old
big
picture.
Got this hefty
Give
tome
it
that
a-
contains the schematics of the flagship, the house.
You don't even got a bed, do ya?
Yeah, it does.
This big portrait. Oh, this is just the entry
there it
hallway
is.
where I keep the giant portrait.
Okay.
Yeah. You got the next
So you
room.
know
You know
who
your
you're
brother has an even bigger ship.
Oh, there's
Here's my
a
office.
regicide.
Oh yeah, here's regicide. Here's my wall of guns and weapons I'm not allowed to access.
Why?
Don't touch that. You don't want that rocket launcher.
I want that. Is that your divining orb? Can we ponder
yeah,
it?
this is My orb.
This wizard orb.
It's a structure made from a strange metal, seems to absorb any rays of light that fall upon it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Got your rock.
Big tome.
The text between the solemn
Smaller tome.
looks mostly faded.
You know, we keep big tome out there. In here, we have smaller tome. What's this guy on the wall here?
Bizarre fragment hung on a trophy board. The light, smooth surface of the object is dotted with dark spots and crumbling holes.
Okay.
Ooh, rock.
My piano.
Leave it to Eddie to display his crumbling
That is an
holes.
organ.
It.
My organ?
That's an organ.
Oh, I'm
Do you wanna
sorry.
play you?
Well, sit
Thank
back
you.
and enjoy.
Are you playing this, or is this automatic? Yo, where'd you learn how to play this?
You know.
Any goods in your goods chest, dog?
Probably some goods in his goods chest.
That's 100% music from fucking Wrath of the Righteous, isn't it?
Right? Yeah. It has to be.
What
All
goods
right,
we
there's-
got in the goods?
We got a couple things here. I'll collect all.
Take it.
I think if you click I, you might still be able to open inventory. Can you guys? or-
Yeah, we
Ah!
can open inventory.
All right, so we got the heirloom auto pistol. One-handed light auto pistol with some pretty good stats. This auto pistol can be used as if the wielder had the dual weapon combat trait, so it automatically can work as a dual wielding weapon. Gives +5 perception, +5 ballistics, and solid armor weapons have an increased 50% over penetration. We also got blast wave, a shotgun. Shots from this shotgun push targets 3 cells away, even if the shot misses. So it's an AoE blast out kind of fucking knockback. And then we have Wrath of St. Dronus. This fucking sword, which
Chainsword.
does not have an area attack, increases damage from all sources against any hit target by 15 until the end of combat. So
Woo!
it's more of a debuff sword.
Love it. It
That's
warriors.
what we got.
Yeah, books above you. Got the table.
The
Which are the pack-
table.
Books, piled paper, and tomes, many of which look rather worn. The table. What's that wiggling on my table? This plant. Like those box magazines. Pretty normal table.
Your vault.
It's vault.
I got my vault, which contains nothing, because I'm pretty sure we took the stuff that was in the vault before.
Yeah, we took that shit.
Yeah.
The Lord Captain
All our
Personal
backers?
Calculator.
This is, backers, like, info stuff. I'm pretty
Oh.
sure if I took it, yeah.
Yeah, just showed it.
Shrine
If
of
you wanna find a name,
Remembrance.
You can.
The Leprechaun.
Nice bed.
I'll take a clock. Is
And
too
I
quiet.
know
Smoky,
that
smoky,
chest, I
it's
think,
effective.
is the current Twitch event.
Link here. You've been redirected. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God, I've been redirected.
Yeah, it's if you want to get, like, the Twitch items that are currently going, I believe.
You can watch our streams and get drops.
I actually just did.
Yay!
Oh, how do you get the drop? Because I'm watching the stream right now.
You have to link your account.
Oh, yeah.
You have to link your account first, yeah.
Authorize.
What are the drops?
There is some grenades and 2, like, special items.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
You can think about it, dog.
Wild.
Isn't it crazy? Isn't it
How it works.
absolutely
Which is just
bonkers?
It is just a floating skull.
I love him. He's handsome.
And one of them is some goggles that can apparently nullify damage.
Yeah, we'll look through that later. I'll figure that out later.
I like this one
we
room that
have-
seems to be a bathroom, but also
Yeah.
Master of
That's a master of
Ablution.
ablutions.
So this is my bathroom.
I mean, there's no toilet. There's just.
Just say, where you poo, dog?
Yeah, that's why it's my
This is where you,
bathroom, guys. That's why I
Where
take
do
my
you-
bath.
Where's your
Nice
piss room?
Talk to the man.
Lower decks. Hello,
to him.
master.
Would you like to take a bath?
Bath. Yeah, not with you, buddy. Get out of
Come
here.
out, bathe.
This man
Remove
watched.
yourself of sin.
Oh, I'm frozen.
Oh, yeah,
Black
it's just
screen.
working.
Yeah, he's got to get undressed.
We can't
makes
watch
sense.
him. That's illegal. That's too much. Oh,
Some
oh,
people
we
would
seeing
bathe.
butt. Oh, I wish they're not gonna show us bare butt. Oh, you got chicken.
You got so many dudes in your bath.
How many piles
outta
of
here.
meat are they bringing? How much you
Why
eating
you
in
all
that bath,
identical?
dog?
I wanted a fucking bath, not a 3-course meal, you freaks.
Ah,
Alright.
Oh my god.
but now that you would force us to
soothing-
get in here.
No.
Soothing water caresses your senses, and your grateful muscles welcome the chance. A pleasant languor spreads through your body as you allow yourself a moment of quiet and relaxation.
Oh my.
Close my eyes. Just gonna take a second.
I wish to see someone from my retinue. Our company.
I only take visitors in the bath.
Please come up here. I need someone to talk to.
Oh, put summon Abelard. Just Bring Avalon in here.
I'm not sure
stuck.
if this is supposed to be
What
like
are
a
you doing?
love thing or
The
something.
tension slowly
No, this is
retreats
where
as
you
if
can
bring
basically
yourself
do more
to
social
stillness.
things with some of your people.
I think my
Joint
vision's
by
stuck
joint,
in the
muscle
wall.
by muscle, 4 by 4, before long you have surrendered the bastion of your body to the bliss of oblivion. Troubles, worries, loss, such things do not belong in this newly established dominion of tranquility. There are only the infinite waters of weightless, in which, stripped of all things, crystal the mind of Edwardius
Wardius.
von Valencius
Von Valencius.
drift
What is?
into silent bliss. It is a conscious mind. What fills this consciousness?
What would you like to get a bit of points for?
Ooh. Oh. Indecisive.
Okay. Get a little dogmatic, you know. Get a little tinge of dogmatic in here. Yeah.
He's got that dog in him. What can I
It's a
say?
momentary duty to the Emperor. Such duty can only be fulfilled through service and death. For such is the price of humanity's victory in the everlasting war.
Dogmatic plus 3.
Dogmatic.
Fuck yeah. All my hobbies love dogmatic.
Yeah. Continue, and I'm out of the bath.
Fuck! Oh, you're still in the bath.
Oh, I'm
The moment of
Sure,
serenity
Bath, with
soon
staff.
fades. The fighter claims the mind, binding it once more to the familiar shell of flesh, sinew,
Good saying.
and
As I
bone.
will say, this is not 2 is not romance stuff. It is just being social with someone.
I feel. Part of me wants to save that until we've loosened them
Done
up.
more with people.
That's fair.
Because I feel like it'll be better to have a better repertoire with them before we bring them in for
That's
private
fair.
conversations.
And also
Followed
get
by
more.
we get more attachment to hey, who do we want to start talking with?
Exactly. Yeah, we don't even fully know how we feel about everyone yet. Some people might
Oh, by
suck.
Edward, congratulations. You now have a well-deserved rest.
Oh. We'll have a higher
Nice.
initiative in the next combat. This is a one-time bonus that disappears after the end of combat. All right,
Fuck
fair
yeah.
enough.
Ooh, there's
You can always
something to
come
look
back here
at
and
at
do
the end
that.
of the bath.
What's up?
There's like a little like magnifying glass at like the top of the bath.
Oh, it's probably gonna tell you the bath. Yeah, this water covers warm feelings. Just like a moment of weakness and rest promises nothing. Oh, fucking. But
Nothing
danger.
but danger. And there's the head right there. I don't know if you checked that already.
Oh,
I was
no,
looking at
it's
the
giant
Master
head.
Evolutions.
Hello, head. Along
Noggin!
eyes of this monster forever captures the fear and pain of its final moments.
Alright.
Oh. Nice bed.
Oh, there's goods though. What's this?
What's this?
Ladder.
Track
What's
data
this?
slate. See if I
Data
can take it. I
slate,
can see it in
boys.
the inventory. A lot of numbers. At the final transition with the chests are complete. The fiery wrecking is now fully equipped. The object has been loaded aboard its containment intact and placed in the forge forebay to ensure maximum contact with the target. Coordinates sent and received by bridge. Target eliminate time of arrival in the system or estimate. The fiery wrecking is crewed by a servitor hive. Chances of ship returning are minimal. Estimated time. All right, great. And this other note seems to be an unfinished letter.
Doom.
This story is irrelevant. Vortgear's mistake cost me much. Years of work, tremendous resources, all wasted. He has failed at what he was supposed to be irreproachable at, uncovering spies, and this one was a senior officer. I'm not about to discard him. Conrad has served me for too long for his removal to go painlessly for the Protectorate. Besides, he is no fool. He could not have seriously expected to become the next in the Von Valancius line when his skills and talents as Master Whispers are so valuable. Let his disinheritance serve as the humiliating but not intrusive lesson that he may yet learn. All right, fair enough.
Look at the window.
Space! In this glass, the distant stars glimmer in the darkness of endless space, filling you with a odd sense of dread.
Yay!
Shout out to whichever servant put the candles up really, really high in your room.
Yeet.
Important.
I'm glad we got mood lighting up in this bitch.
It's true. I am
Continue exploring.
I want to go straight to Lord Captain's quarters.
Yeah, this is just your Lord Captain's quarters.
That's just
Well,
your
then why
house.
didn't bring me out here? Rise of fries and fries and fries and fries and fries.
Calm
Hey
down.
yo, I would not want my Lord Captain's quarters to be directly above the bridge.
Why
Because
not? I go
some-
from there to there.
Yeah, but I would want it below the bridge. Because someone's gonna shoot a missile at the bridge, and if it goes too high, it takes out my fucking bedroom.
That's fair.
Except for
You
nerd.
have the second
Brains.
entry. You have the
Filthy
secret entrance.
Xenos.
To the shrine. Oh.
Remembers.
Yeah, now we're all gonna be here.
Yay!
Okay.
We have things that we can do.
I can do
Skills that are
things.
needed.
Of course.
I love doing
On
things.
the one hand, it's cool. On the other hand, there wasn't enough in this game, of course. We needed this. Definitely not fucking one of the biggest fucking games.
Well, this is all from the DLC.
This is all DLC starting now.
Oh, do we want to do the DLC then, guys? Or do we
This
want to,
isn't
like...
starting DLC. This is just an area you can go to. It's not like, boom, starting DLC this instant.
Alright.
We are touching content that is because of the DLC, but not like, okay, start
The
prologue
DLC story. Okay, I see.
Well,
Goodness.
will the DLC cause us to
I've
come
done
here
both of these
anyway?
locations. This is not going to do anything that's going to progress for DLC or put us in some high-level area.
Hmm.
Turn the beat
This is just
around.
fun side stuff that can get us some more XP and quests to do.
Okay.
Gives us quests, therefore is DLC.
DLC! Hi, I'm here now.
Hi.
What's everyone's, there's stuff in here. There's a check over here for Lore Imperium. What's everyone's on it?
65.
60.
85.
65.
So 85, get on over there, Richter.
I did fine.
Did you do it?
You
Yeah.
did it. Doesn't listen.
Inexperience.
Demon
Yeah,
Renazar the Flayer.
Take that. Thanks. That'll be mine now. No, I can't just take. I'll kill myself. Oh, there's another thing over there. Just before we talk to people, getting all these different things. What's the commerce? 60 over here for me.
70.
70.
Where-
Anyone else got a
where's
better
it?
commerce over here? Over to the left.
60.
For where me
I have a
at it.
70.
Ooh, 70.
Wait,
60.
wait. What is Matt's right now? Did he also have 70?
70. Yep.
Am I wearing one of the things that affects that? No.
I don't know.
Matt is.
Matt is. So if Matt gave it to me,
At least I think he is. Yeah, he's going for Theodore's Rosary. For an extra
Yeah,
10
maybe.
commerce.
yeah, then to pass that to me, then
Alright.
right, yeah. Because now I have an 80% chance. I click.
Who thought that was a good idea?
Failure.
Damn.
I'll never forgive you.
Right.
God, you got a 94.
You know what? We need the timber.
Salmon. A little initiate Zeke then.
Initiate
Got that.
Zeke. Wow.
Initiate Zeke. Are you a person?
I say initiates with names of people.
It's fair.
One
Let's
Zeke.
look. I'll Zeke. I haven't done anyone yet. Broad-shouldered young priest makes the sign of the. Oh fuck! How do you say that? It's
Aquila.
Aquila. The Emperor protects your lordship.
Aquila the Hun.
How may I be of service? Who are you? Initiate Zeke, your lordship. I incite prayers and help confessors.
Reside.
Albert with the rites. Had a stroke there.
Adelbert.
What is this relic next to you? The initiate looks over the sarcophagus, the skeleton within this clutched an orb made up of many tightened-fitting hoops covered in glyphs. A mysterious object, but undeniably a holy one. It was donated by a group of pilgrims who studied the legacy of the great missionary Nadine Alevikov, or whatever the fuck his name was.
Alienikov?
Sure, whatever you say, man. They believed there was something inside that only someone truly righteous was meant to have. One of the pilgrims was so desperate to witness the moment of the orb's opening that he bequeathed their body to us.
Oh my god.
Any idea how to open this orb? You truly righteous? One of your predecessors was the last to attempt solving this relic's mystery. It happened a long time ago, before Lady Theodora was born. That's all I know.
That's all I know.
Why not just dismantle it?
Tell me more, tell me more.
To damage a sacred relic is an unthinkable crime, and to use force to bypass the test of wisdom and faith it contains is tremendous, terrible blasphemy. Up the reliquary. I'm going to try and solve this mystery of the orb. The initiate opens the lock and hands you the orb. Something has already moved the hoops around. Looking to arrange letters into meaningful sentence, it will only take a few more rotations for the orb to split clearly into 4 parts, each of its own question. The answers should presumably be formed using adjoining hoops. Form the questions in the orb's first quarter.
He doesn't want us to do orb.
My light reaches everywhere. The greedy will see me in gold, the scholars in humanity's cradle, but only the righteous will see me within their souls.
Is that the Emperor or the throne? I assume the Emperor.
My mind would say the throne because golden throne. A greedy person would just see the throne. Also,
Well,
is the Emperor
Emperor
humanity's
is
cradle?
in the golden throne. And the scholars will see it in humanity's cradle, which would be Earth. And it's the light of the Emperor, not the light of the throne.
Yeah, so the answer is the Emperor.
Oh, wait. Wait. No.
No?
No,
Because
the throne's what puts off the light.
the throne puts off the light because I believe it was Malkador sat in the throne for a small stint as well and nearly died because of it.
Now, this could just be the game being fucked. No, it was Malkador, because Malkador died during it. That's how Malkador died.
Right, he did die.
But I believe it's the throne. That would, if they're referring to like the beacon that people can see, it is the throne, not the Emperor, technically.
The throne's light reaches.
For better or worse, something clicks inside the orb.
From the question in the orb's second quarter.
I am within every human, and my loss is fear. Without me comes the end, but give me to the Emperor, and you will be eternal.
Faith.
Life?
Right?
Give
I
your
mean,
blood
soul?
for the Emperor.
Faith, life, or soul all sound correct.
They all sound like they could work.
My loss is
Maybe
feared.
soul?
For without me comes the end, but give me to the Emperor, and you will be eternal.
It could be life or soul.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say life because
The
my
end
loss
of
is
the
feared
end of
for
the-
without me comes the end.
Yeah.
Normally that's referring to dying, not necessarily your soul being obliterated.
Yeah, but this is 40k, which is why I could see it being everything but blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you would feel losing your blood.
If you lose
I
all
do
your
fear.
blood, the end does come.
But if you were to put into every extension, I give my life to the Emperor.
Yeah,
and
that's why I'm
I
feeling
give
more
my
well.
blood to the Emperor.
Wait.
Your
No,
blood
my-
Oh,
sweat.
too late.
Oh, too late?
Wait.
Another soft click comes from inside the orb.
Okay.
Don't make an entire argument and then challenge it every time, David, please.
Wait.
Boom, the Earth's split in circle.
What a fucking goober.
Menace.
I am
Actual
prison.
menace.
I am predation. I am disgrace. Burn me down, eradicate me, or perish, rejected by the Emperor. I am predation.
Burn the heretic.
And weakness. Destroy weakness.
Or perish, rejected.
We have
by
no
the
need for the weak.
That's
It would
fair.
be heretical nature. least that would be what I would
You
think,
guys are
right?
always talking about heretics. That's all I
Heresy
gotta
is
say.
a poison. I am disgraceful to be heretic, like burn me down, eradicate me, or perish, rejected by the Emperor. Just the burn me down thing especially makes me think burn the heretic. It's like such a classic line in 40k.
Yeah,
It
I can
is
agree with
Okay.
that.
like I don't know. I feel like weakness to me just feels a little bit more for this one because burn me down, eradicate me, or perish, rejected by the Emperor. I guess heretic could work.
But
It's
poison's
definitely not
also-
betrayal or transgression.
No.
It's not for.
Yeah. It's either 2 or 3.
You know what, I think the
It's a
argument
poison,
heretic because it's used all the time.
I
Yeah.
am disgrace.
What does perdition mean?
Perdition's in it, yeah. Look up perdition.
Perdition.
Burn me down, eradicate me.
In Christian theology, a state of eternal punishment and damnation into which a sinful and unrepentant person passes after
Yeah,
death.
it's heretical.
Oh,
Heretic.
that's heretic, my man.
By God as my witness. By the Emperor as my witness.
Burn the Christian on the remaining quarter.
Do it.
Your body, mind, and soul. You must possess me. I am no mere absence of stains. I bring you closer to him. Martyr.
All of
Martyrdom.
the, not martyrdom.
Yeah.
I don't think martyrdom. But the first 3 could all be. I think it's loyalty or duty.
Duty.
Yeah.
I feel like duty again. Another thing, duty is a word used quite a lot,
Yeah.
but loyal. I think it's duty or loyalty.
In your body, mind, and soul, you must possess me.
Do you possess duty or do
You don't really
Your
possess.
duty of body, your duty of mind, your duty of soul.
Right, but no, because it's definitely you possess loyalty or purity, and I think it's because purity would be an absence of stains, but I am no mere absence of stains. So that's why I'm feeling like it's loyalty.
Hmm.
Razafraz, and of course the last one's a little harder. I could see it being loyalty, definitely.
They've chosen the answers for these really well. These are all difficult to
No,
choose
they're all very
between.
good.
Body, mind, and soul must possess me. I think because the possession aspect does make me think loyalty.
That's fair.
Because I'm no mere absence of stains. You don't have to be pure to be loyal to the Emperor. That's a big thing. Like, even when we talked to Argenta earlier, it's like people who have done impure and bad things can still be loyal and serve the Emperor. Like,
Yeah, but they also talked of martyrdom and of one's duty.
Duty.
but
They
you don't
talked about all of these
Duty.
You
things.
can't possess martyrdom. That just the sentence structure
Correct.
doesn't make sense. The mere absence of stains strikes purity. It's like you are not pure. It's like you don't have to be pure to have this. I think
I mean,
loyalty makes
I go
more
with this
sense.
for thing of
sentence
purity of body,
structure-wise.
mind, and soul.
It does make sense, but I.
Well, it's like, can you have? It goes to like the loyal body.
But also, if it brings you closer to him, they'd be referring to the Emperor. And
Right.
purity is not what, like, being pure and a good person without
Well,
sin is
being
not what
corrupt
brings you closer to the Emperor.
Doesn't
You're
bring
fully
you
allowed to
closer
be corrupt.
either.
You're fully allowed to be a corrupt individual, just not corrupted by the warp. You're allowed to be a sleazy, backstabbing piece of shit, and fully the
Nah,
Emperor.
I'm going
will
with
accept it.
corrupt in terms of warp corruption, thus being pure and not tainted by the warp.
But I am no,
No
mere absence of stains.
stains.
Which is what I think that sentence alone, I think, is what's supposed to steer you away from purity. I think loyalty. I think we go with loyalty. I think sentence structure wise, it makes the most sense, and we hope.
Would you like to start
It
again?
was wrong. Okay.
Throne.
Throne.
Oh, fuck, I reset it.
Reset.
Throne.
Throne.
Meanwhile, Ethan already have done this.
Oh, I know what it is.
Yeah, I know.
I say I throw my own stuff to it.
And yet he was wrong.
Or perhaps something you chose was wrong.
Except none of them reset before, so I don't think that's.
No, you have to do all 4, and then it says you did it or did not do it. It clicks every time.
Oh,
Well, this is
that's
just a trial and error game at
fucked.
this point. So Emperor, because they think it's the light of the Emperor. I still think.
As
life
I
could
will
be here.
say, I did not find the puzzle answers in this room.
Oh.
And I did not find them in any other room here. This is a knowledge test based on you reading it.
Oh.
I do think we'll try life again here.
Or I can just tell you.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. To this point, martyrdom. It's not, so. Let's go with Emperor. Fucking Razafrazin.
Right, weakness? Oh.
I think it's the last one because we haven't tried throne with all the other ones. So, throne duty. Yeah, we should probably just because at this point you can just slam it. Like that's how'd they ever fail?
Yeah,
this
we can brute force this, so I don't mind looking up one.
I think David might be muted.
Yeah.
David.
I am.
Okay.
Do you want to just me to get you the answers, or do you want to just because we're just gonna brute force it?
That's
if
what
I
I was
don't,
saying. Yeah,
or-
that's what we were just talking about. Yeah.
Okay. Because when it got it wrong, I looked it up because I was curious, but I wasn't gonna say.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is throne.
All right, so they weren't crazy there.
Blood.
It is blood.
What?
It is blood. You give your blood for.
Oh
the
fuck!
Emperor.
This is a blood fucking cult DLC.
Yeah, it's
Never
a
mind.
religious blood cult.
That's such a small sect, though, that it's. I should have
Yeah,
thought
no,
about the
it's-
DLC thing, though. Yeah, it's not a wider Imperium thing. It's a very specific thing because you know it's the DLC.
Also, if you
The
are
next one
one of
is
the dan-
weakness.
Yeah,
It is weakness here. You cannot be weak for the Emperor.
Yeah, this is such a not normal
And
blood cult
purity.
nonsense. Yeah, this is
You
blood
must be
cult
pure in
nonsense.
body, no mutants, mind, no heresy, soul, no taint of the warp.
All right. Yeah, the orb comes together, so allowing speed, coming together and flying into each other until the orb completely opens, laying a treasure bare. The initiate stares at the relic in your hand, stunned. How strange and exciting it is to behold the holy object that has lain hidden from the eye for so many years. Truly, it is great day upon which the rogue trader himself has revealed the legacy of the great missionaries to us all. What's this fucking nonsense?
I did not like fucking brute forcing that.
Missionary oath. Once per combat, if the wearer does not use any abilities during their turn, they can end their turn to immediately grant all adjacent allies an extra turn with 1 AP. Weird.
Give everyone 1 turn, 1 AP.
Well, I'm wearing, it's a necklace piece, so. Who has a chance of not doing something? Like, that's such a.
Yeah, that's the
That's
wild
so.
part of it.
It's so not great. Like. Because where he does not use any abilities.
Any
during the turn.
abilities.
Doesn't spend AP. Any abilities. Fucking that shit might become holy gift cargoes. I'm gonna be honest. That shit's bad.
Yeah.
That shit might go in the fucking cargo, but fuck you. Yo, your missionaries
If
suck,
using
dog.
grenades and stuff, if that's not abilities, like, you know, shooting your guns and throwing grenades, okay, alright.
Hello, other initiate.
Well,
A lanky initiate is leaning over the conjugator, an expression of extreme mental effort on his face. His fish-like round eyes peering into the screen. Grant me understanding, master.
Fishy.
Grant me wisdom. He winces at you approaching. Your lordship, how can I be of service? Who are you and what are you doing here? I am Glortus, junior cleric. I sort recordings from the shrine confessionals to pass to the higher-ranking clergy. Tell me more about these confessionals. You know, sure, why not? I'll fucking hear this. Our parish
Parishioner.
Parishioners.
come here to repent, to share their innermost thoughts and observations of their neighbors. The sacred machine records all confessions and alerts the voice beyond recognition. And alters, sorry. Is there any way to find out who made which confessions? I'm nosy as shit. There is not. Gladys shakes his head resolutely. That would undermine the usefulness of it. The first prototype wasn't anonymous, so their confessions might as well have been carbon copies of each other. Everyone was implicitly diligent and pious and whatnot. And whatnot?
And whatnot.
But as soon as the machine spirit started keeping the name secret, parishioners opened up. Oh, it would require heretic level to go nuts on this. Good thinking,
Ooh.
making it anonymous. Keep up the fine work. I will endeavor to do so, your lordship.
And if
I
you
have no
ever
other
want to
questions.
find out.
It appears you are having some difficulties, though. Nothing escapes your lordship's notice. As it so happens, I am struggling to categorize 3 rather particular confessions. I wouldn't have dared tell you about them, but I think they may have been left by senior officers, which would make this a matter of the highest order. One that is far beyond my meager understanding. These confessions you see are far from being examples of pious conformity. I dread the very thought of dissent or heresy poisoning the minds of some of the most immediate members of the crew. But I cannot change what I heard. He bows his head in reverence. I cannot share this with anyone but the Emperor's anointed, nor can I allow you, anyone but your lordship, to listen to these messages protected by the secrecy of confession. What makes you think these confessions were made by senior officers? These parishioners are well spoken, meaning they are used to addressing an audience. Perhaps they issue orders or are vested with power, and while other categorizing so many confessions, I have learned to notice the subtle differences between them. All right, not so anonymous anymore, huh? Let me hear them. It steps aside, putting the cogitator at your disposal. Guess the first one, let's see. All right, sure.
Love it.
It has troubled me for many years. Why would some destined to perish in the warp, while others must go on living and preserve the memory of the dead? Worthier and more luminous souls have been lost, and yet I am still here. Light static is distorted and recording, but you are confident the speaker is male. All right.
Man.
The orphans on the ship have already been provided with the bare essentials, but ever so often I consider increasing their rations and ordering more sets of clothes for them. I will not replace the families they lost, but it will improve their lives somewhat, especially given that the ship has enough resources to cover that comparatively trivial expense. Despite the poor quality, you are determined the voice to be male. All right.
Men.
Oh, there we go. You have heard the bridge officers gossip that the High Lieutenant has taken a personal charge of the orphans. All right.
Oh,
All right.
Oh,
Because you
Good
had
on
good
ya.
confidence. You can tell.
Ooh.
All right. Winning
I
some
got a little
brownie
bit
points
cooler.
there, High Factorium. Yeah. Normally you just kind of
total.
suck.
There's no R.
Yeah.
Hey, David, you lost some brownie points. Lop-eared colors display a high degree of socialization both among their kind and toward their owners. These animals adjust well to the void ship's lower gravity since it is similar to their homeworld's conditions. Lope-eared cleva meat is edible should necessity demand it. Okay. The voice is muffled as though from behind a thick wall of glass, but is more mistakenly a woman. All right, sure. You didn't notice these other ones.
I'm gonna guess that's the Vox Master, because why else would it have like an extra different voice?
Yeah.
I feel like the first one might have been.
I think maybe an Abelard.
Yeah, right? I think so. I'm
Why am I
curious
still
who left these
living?
confessions. I will seek them out. These
Sneak
confessions
question.
truly are special. Viewership has given them personal attention, possibly. Never would I have imagined the rogue trader himself coming to my aid. Alright, so a little quest
I
there.
believe you now.
Realize,
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I labor for the glory of the Emperor and House von Valancius.
You may remember this is the day
Fun
you.
little one. Also, look at all those praying people around this statue.
Hello,
They
Confessor.
do be praying though.
They do be.
Ah!
Don't want to be this guy?
Professor Adalbert, a plump, rosy-cheeked old man, is lighting candles, taking his time with each. A glint of fire dance in his heavy golden aquila and in his sky-blue eyes as he addresses you, smiling. The Emperor protects your lordship. Are you here to pray or have mundane matters brought to you to me? There's incredible profound quality to his voice, and he speaks with mesmerizing timbre.
Timber.
Oh, I did not make his voice anything like what it was just described.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, hello!
I saw rosy-cheeked old man. I was like, oh, he's a happy guy. It just
To
wasn't.
Adalbert.
He's smiling.
Let's see.
Adalbert.
He's the Confessor, so we can probably go to 2, right? Or do we want a rundown of 1?
I think we know what he does.
Yeah, I think we're hip to his
Edward.
jive.
The shrine confessional to repent as the other officers do.
Should I keep his old voice, or should I try to shift it now that I know I was doing it wrong?
you can shift it.
Yeah, no, figure it out.
Whatever makes you feel bad.
Why, I always find the time for penance in my morning and evening shifts, your lordship.
I mean, we already know one.
That's fair. So we
Is
go with 2.
Factorum.
Yeah, so. Why are some destined to perish in the warp while others must go on living?
I guess
It's
it seems
weird.
weird to bring this up, but
Yeah, right? This
Yeah.
is weird.
an irrelevant question. His face takes on an expression of fathomless wisdom and calm. Our fates are in the Emperor's hands, and he does as his plans require.
I see.
Let's see. It wasn't you.
For a moment I thought you had come to confess, but now I see you've taken on the role of cleric yourself. May the Emperor guide you on your quest for answers.
I'd like to find out more about this place.
Adalbert smiles warmly at you. I could talk about the reliquary chapel for hours.
Is this the only place of worship on the ship?
Why, no, there are multiple sancta on every deck, where your subjects pray fervently, and the clergy keeps a close watch on the firmness of their faith. This, on the other hand, he gestures around at the glittering reliquary, is the holiest of holy places, where only the noblest among your servants are permitted to set foot.
We want for Rabble to see the
some
holiest of our
megachurch.
places. With all these cool, powerful relics.
The problem is, it kind of depends on how that would work. Because, there's a level of, people should be allowed in the Vatican. It doesn't mean they should be allowed to do whatever they want. But,
Ninjas should be vetted before they enter.
Like,
and I
would it
assume
just be
they
like
would,
the
right?
other-
Like, it would be one of those
Like,
things,
is it gonna be...
I don't assume
They
this
see
would
all
be
the
a
people
disregard.
below.
Yeah.
Because would it be like them being able to go onto that floor and just able to...
Yeah, because if
pray?
that's the case, then yeah, they should be fucking allowed there. But you could also see it being like the ones here. Fucking, let's send it. Let's turn this ship around. I want those on other decks to be able to
Oh.
partake in this exuberance as well.
Adalbert's eyebrows arch upward. Truly, a most generous and gracious gesture, your lordship. I will arrange for commoners who have distinguished themselves in their service to be allowed in here. An event like that will fill them with fervor, and they will pass down the memory of what they have seen to their offspring. I gave it exactly the way we wanted it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, good.
People who have
This
done good
collection
can
of
come
the
up
relics
here.
come from.
Every relic we have here was either arduously tracked down by your ancestors, captured in battle against the Faithless, or received as a gift for glorious deeds. A show of loyalty to the Emperor that speaks for itself, does it not? He makes no effort to conceal his pride. For our part, we keep the precious relics intact and undisturbed as we conduct liturgies and perform rites. Initiate Zeke is especially diligent in his care for the relics. Though he is of common stock, he earned his position through dedication and piety.
I have other
Mixed
questions.
eyes.
I would like to hear the Imperium's tenets from you.
Oh.
In a voice brimming with solemnity, Aldemart begins. Every man and woman has their place in the order he created, and this order must be followed and the will of one's superiors obeyed. Beware of witches, for they have been stained by the warp. Persecute mutants, for they are perversions of the human form, and hate the accursed Xenos.
Time to tear this man's whole fucking religion apart.
If you wanna.
The Imperial Creed prescribes being wary of psychers, but the Imperium needs them.
I am one.
I can understand. Having been touched by the powers of the warp yourself, you are pondering your own essence. Hadamar nods sympathetically.
Yeah, at the word of the Emperor, tread lightly, motherfucker.
You are right. Without the astral pass, we are deaf and blind, and there are many other psychers laboring for the good of humanity. That is their place within the Emperor's design. Only those among them who accept his light have been authorized.
Cackling. For once in your life, you could just admit that it doesn't take a tongue calloused from prayer to handle the warp's dangers.
Seoki tells us to prosecute mutants, but the exception was made. But an exception was made for navigators.
The Navis Nobilite are different from most humans, but their differences are a blessing. They are noble servants of the Imperium who help humanity expand its galactic domain. Do you not see that as a higher purpose that pleases the Emperor?
No, it's just a fucking cop-out. Among the Adeptus Mechanicus, the Emperor is known as the Omnissiah. They have their own form of worship. Do they truly share our beliefs?
Most certainly. Different likenesses of the Emperor and ways of worshipping him can be found across the Imperium's world, but we all believe in the one.
Alright, that one's fair. Come to think of it, my Wyern tells me to violate the Imperial Creed in many ways.
Violate? Those are not to be conceived as violations. A rogue trader's privilege comes with a duty. The duty to expand the bounds of human influence. If the rogue trader must take responsibility for unorthodox solutions or actions in the course of performing that duty, then so be it.
Do we actually want to call it out, or...?
Hey man, you put his name on the dotted line and say you get to do whatever you want. No question.
Yeah, I feel like just fully calling it out's weird. Like, questioning and asking us weird, being like, nah, you're fucking parasite on a
This is
gross.
bullshit.
Parasites for now. You're positively beaming with joy. A priest like you is a rare sight. You know, everyone else is fucking super sad.
Adelbard laughs good-naturedly. A fair observation. Everyone knows that the clergy must maintain a stern appearance to inspire fear and awe in their flock. His mirth fades, giving way to a pensive gravitas. The truth is that my clan and I experienced great hardship. I cannot explain how it is I am standing before you now except by his will. How could one be anything but joyful knowing they were saved by the Emperor?
What happened to your clan?
I was scarcely more than a child when the malady struck our cabins. First would come the fever, then the unlucky victim would start retching blood. After that, they would melt away like a candle. Only the youngest survived, myself among them. He smiles feebly. But now my family is growing, and I am grateful for each new life that replaces one lost.
Still, your gentle manner may affect your
Nah.
Nah.
An accurate observation from a lord who knows the importance of strong faith on his ship. The gentleness you speak of is skin deep. On the inside, my faith and spirit are pure adamantine. Decades instructing the crew and fighting the dangers of the void and the warp have required nothing less. My resolve in the face of the monstrous threats we face must always be 100-fold firmer than that of my flock.
Fair. I have other topics to discuss. Did Lady Theodora often come here? Or come here often?
Your predecessor always had due concern for the reliquary's maintenance and its needs, and under her rule, faith occupied its proper place on this ship. Adelbart gives you a diplomatic smile. I like that he noted. Didn't say she showed up.
Yeah. Who confessed to you, do they not? I'm interested to know the thoughts of some of my subjects.
Ours is a throne-bearing flock that regularly leaves vox recordings in the shrine confessional housed in the eastern part of the reliquary. And this allows us to maintain constant watch for any heretical tendencies. We can observe the earnesty in which our parishioners render their duties, as well as any dangerous dissent brewing in their minds. Initiate Clotus is responsible for sorting the confessions. He would be honored to offer you access to the confessional cogitator.
You already did. I must take my leave.
May the
I'm
Emperor's
out.
blessing be with you, your lordship.
Thanks, dog.
I have to prayer.
We need prayer.
Fuck no. Give me the prayer button.
Time to pray.
I want to pray. I want to pray.
The one you remember best. Yay.
Pray. You wanna pray? Get on up here. Oh, I didn't. Oh, when you clicked it, I think it made me pray. 1 second.
No.
Back up.
It might just
Get out of
you do it.
I think it might just be the rogue trader praying.
Aw.
A new challenge.
I'm not allowed to pray.
No. You heretic!
Pray again.
No!
No!
Please!
You-
Please!
Do it again!
Oh, you are faith.
Prove your faith to us!
Oh
We
no,
both have
never
Snickers.
mind. You're Captain.
My seneschal.
I think
I'm
I've changed
wrong.
my dude.
Oh, he made the line about this mastercrafted patella again, yes.
Oh, that was the chapel? Or, oh, no, that was the shrine. So we have the chapel.
Yeah, the chapel now.
Going to the chapel and
I'll take everyone that I already took.
Yes, the
gonna
perfect
go
chapel.
to
A
it
place where we get all our
Maybe we could get another
messages and mail.
Terrible fucking magic item. Or equipment, I should say. It's not magic, but...
Magic.
Hey,
Possibly.
don't take your turn. And
It's not magic!
Hey, don't you know? You
No.
could give everyone 1 AP turn. That means they can use, like, maybe an ability.
I could reload with that.
It's true.
You
can
Someone
reload
their
with
whole
that.
turn to give you a reload.
You darn fucking
do
tootin', dog.
nothing. Unless I'm shooting and all that works.
I have seen it. It goes back to your turn afterwards, so you can use 0 cost abilities after you do it.
Weird. Oh, this motherfucker did goods. Oh my god.
Yo,
It's
I
fine.
did just see a fucking, like, one of the Voxcaster skulls
Collected.
fly by, and it was complaining about there being unlit candles.
Nice.
Also, we
I
got
didn't
a ton of
focus.
stuff that needs logic.
We wait until we have a certain fella here.
Man who uses a lot of logic.
As I say, my logic thing is 100% right now.
Oh,
Mine's 100%.
Someone with 100%, hit it.
Beep, beep. Logic 100% a deer.
The whispers told me how.
Oh, on God.
Oh, that's based on it. There you go. Oh, I still can. I still have a chance to click it for some reason.
Going to the chapel and we're
Trying to-
gonna do chapel stuff.
Oh, there's a
What?
little thing here. What's this do?
Mm.
Trying to smear with something dark, red, and old. Ah! One of them was killed in their chair, probably because they lost control for like half a second.
Yes.
That makes sense.
that happens when you're an astropath.
On God.
Yeah.
Thank God I get to be Lord Captain.
On
Oh, okay.
Emperor.
Well, hey, they cannot be saved from the 13th storm. His father, beloved son, will open his yawning maw.
All right.
Hey, buddy,
Nobody
relax.
shoot that man.
Someone shoot this man!
Don't
Get-
worry, I'll press for lever.
Oblivion is after the sunset comes the horrific sunrise, brought forth into a wailing world from the womb of.
Oh, they got him.
I
They
got
got him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
It has a delay, you see.
We gotta really. We gotta
went
pick up
to
that
the
time
chapel
thing. He
and
nearly
some
said daybreak, and
really
that's
weird
normally the line.
stuff happened.
Day and night.
Day and night.
He hated it.
That was a visceral reaction.
Please.
I'm gonna walk around,
Please.
see if,
Zachary Wheeze.
Oh, there's another logic up here.
Who's that guy? Oh, it's a noggin. Oh,
That's another
goodbye.
100 for me.
Hit it.
Where we at?
Beep beep.
Oh shit. Oh.
Hit with a motherfucking brain blast.
Oh, there's another logic over here.
Ooh, more logic.
Okay, get us a whole level.
Over.
Should probably talk to Zachary and then
Sigma.
Sigma.
Sigma?
Please.
Ah!
Ooh, look at this guy's face.
Ooh, who wants to be this guy?
Oh, I'll take
He's a choir master.
it.
Tall old man, unintelligible whispers.
Choir Master Zachary Wise. A tall, old man in a long green robe stands motionless in front of a cogitator. The closer you approach, the clearer you can hear his continuous, unintelligible whisper. You are about to call his name when he when he falls silent sharply and towards you first. Lord Captain, a visit from the rogue trader is an honor for us. Like other astropaths at the chapel, the choir master's eyes are bandaged over with time-worn scrolls of sacred manuscripts. Nevertheless, you cannot shake the feeling that his otherworldly, glowing gaze is studying you keenly. How can I be of use, your lordship? Sanctioning is a brutal procedure, one which robs every astropath of the gift of sight, but in return they gain a new kind of vision that allows them to see what ordinary people cannot.
Who are you?
Have you made confession lately?
I'm gonna ask about the two.
Yeah, I'd probably ask Grandpa too.
Choir master replies, silently perplexed. I beg your lordship's pardon.
Where are some destined to perish in the warp while others must go on living?
Oh god.
Oh, odd. He gurgles through with pain.
Outed.
Odd that you should have listened to my confession. And odd you should choose to approach me afterward. Why?
Felt that there was anguish in that confession. I wanted to help.
My confession made you anxious on my account, resulting in a waste of your time, for which I apologize. I am thankful for your consideration. He smiles, a bittersweet smile. Death always keeps close to astropaths, and its punishments for arrogance and weakness are severe. I have seen my fellows die, and at times the memories are exceedingly hard to bear. Suddenly, almost every choir has a story like that. A survivor who is carried through ghosts with them ever since. Wheeze lets out a ragged breath. Oh. My apologies, but I cannot continue worrying at these old. Directing a choir requires a clear and firm state of mind, and the ability to not flub your lines, because choir and require sound very similar.
Tell me about the astropathic choir.
Oh, of course, Lord Cap. Is there something specific you would like to know?
Apparently, what is this place?
To us astropaths, this is our cradle and our grave. Lord Captain, you are at the conflux of every secret missive, every order of prime importance, every scheme being plotted behind the scenes. You are at the place where each of your loyal astropaths is ready to lay down their lives for crumbs of information, if that is your wish.
If I were you, I would never sleep with the television on.
For hours, turning into days, we wander the dark depths of the immaterium. Sorry, I can't read, no eyes. Carrying our voices through warp's eternal night, bringing it to our comrades in some remote refuge, accepting the voices, signals, missives, and others into our own. Those are most often meant for you, Lordship, and at times they're meant for no one.
What's that thing do?
Did you listen to? It is a sacred compiler that helps code store and, to an extent, unriddle messages. The astropaths first receive these messages in the form of muddled images, dictating what they see, scenes, which logs their every word. From the reels of the receivers on the ceiling, the machine recorded words are routed through lines under the floor, transcribers, and the source core. The source core?
Look, man.
Woo! Love me my thesaurus core. This core is the most important part of the mechanism as it contains a vast catalog of various symbols and methods of their interpretation, and a bunch of fancy words that can replace common words to make it sound even more eloquent. Like eloquence. The compiler matches the images and the messages against its data and forwards the result to the central cogitator and myself, so that I can begin the ritual of decoding, also known as decoding. I know of no other choir that possesses so wise a mechanism, and I praise the God Emperor. However, while the compiler hastens the extraction of intelligible meaning, flexing imagery, and astropaths will still open their mind to interpretation, which is no less perilous than the rights of receiving or sending an astropath message. If I talked with the same cadence speed that I did at the beginning, we'd be here forever.
Yeah. If your machine knows the meaning of the symbols, why can't it decode the messages itself?
Oh, well, geez, I wish I had fucking thought of it. Regrettably for us all, your lord, it's not that fucking simple.
Fucking asshole.
Astropathic messages are not ciphered dispatches, but rather psychic imprints containing information. Essentially, hallucinogens. Only an astropath can read the entirety of something created through human. Furthermore, as messages pass through the immaterium, they might become distorted by malevolent intent. It falls to your servants alone to shield their mind with faith and separate the true meaning from the influence of the ruinous powers.
It feels like a call out of sorts. Oh no.
Yeah.
I feel like that's unloaded.
Oh, so you could just hide stuff from me if you wanted?
Yeah, we know we could. That is what that means, but
Yeah.
saying out loud to call out.
Sometimes
How does one become an astropath? How does one suffer this terrible fate?
Wheeze gives you a
Consequence.
I would assume that you know the answer already.
Right.
You goon!
Road
You are
yourself.
a psyker.
Even though you took a different turn than I.
Yeah, just a
Consequence.
different level of psycher, basically.
We were all part of the Imperial Tithe once. We were all part of the Imperial Tithe once. Psychers delivered to Terra on the black ships. But only a few of the candidates had what it took to study astropathy. Few still successfully completed the grueling training to be eligible for soul binding, and almost none survived the initiation.
So true.
He throws his head back. We are given the privilege to behold the Emperor's light, a light flawless and searing. A pious smile visits his lips. That changes you. It wounds you irreparably. It takes your eyesight, but in exchange, you commune with greatness. His presence in our souls fortifies them as we stand against malicious powers.
I think his
He's going
mic
away.
cut out. It sounds like he's running away.
It sounds like you're running
I have
away.
things to do.
I have things to do. Goodbye.
Please.
Or that Adeptus or Astropathic Relay or shift. More often than not, our first place of service is also our last.
Something happens to your choir. Where can I find new astropaths?
Wow, we're just gonna rip that band-aid off, are we?
Yeah.
The expression on his wrinkled face grows even more serious. It would be more on point to say when something happens. The Emperor's blessing protects us from the warp's various influences. However, there are horrors dwelling in the void, which even this defense would be no obstacle, especially if one spends as much time in their company as we do. There is only one way to procure astropath, and that is through the Adeptus Administratum. Luck permitting, unattached astropaths from the sector will be posted onto the ship. Ones who, for whatever reason, have lost their place of service. Failing that, the request will go to Terra, and we will have to wait a long time. That said, there are other options. Classless, forbidden options. Prime Master Grimace. Unpsychic Psycho.
What?
Knows what she is. Unprotected and broken souls who seldom live past their few seances. Even those who do, should the God Emperor put our souls through severe trial. And, judging by how rapid the warp has been of late, by the number of dead astropaths, those trials would be upon us sooner than our prayers could reach Terra.
I know a couple of places we could get a few new paths. And of course, if you don't insist on it being all classy and proper like these Friday bunch.
Ooh.
We'll discuss other topics.
I'm sorry, did the crazy, inhuman voice-hearing witch decide to speak in my presence? I tend to tone her out. I am listening carefully to you, though, Cap.
That odd noise inside the chapel. Doesn't it bother you? Which odd noise? The what, like the instruments or the singing or?
I don't know. Let's find out what this odd noise is.
Weird. Doesn't it bother you?
No, you tone it out after a while. On the contrary, Lord Captain, it is a mental focusing technique used by your flagship's choir, one that I invented myself. This music was written by an astro. What my charges and I hear in it is not what ordinary people hear. Its true, the depth and beauty cannot be fathomed without the Emperor's blessing. The music protects our minds from rudimentary thoughts, purifies and sharpens, but above all else, it serves as a beacon of sorts. Amid the tumultuous sea of souls, a
You keep
thread to
cutting
lead
it
us
out.
home. Am I cutting it out?
This
A
guy's
little
a
bit.
mixtape, am I right?
I'm just wandering off into the.
That's it.
Zachary Weiss's mixtape. He plays his fucking SoundCloud on repeat over the speakers.
Above all else, it serves as a beacon of sorts amid the tumultuous seas of soul. A thread to lead us home, deadly maze.
I've witnessed one of the death of one of your astropaths. What happened?
He
Invented
died.
shit.
He died!
Invented thing.
It is not in the codex.
The choir master sighs and makes the sign of the eclipse. May the God Emperor rest his soul and protect him from his power. Tenacious claw. But it was the fifth one. Oh.
That's such a real sentence
Damn.
thrown in there. Like, this man's real fucking eloquent, and like that one's absolutely under his breath. I was like, that was the fifth one this month.
Our younger voices cannot handle the warped storms raging in the expanse, and end up losing their mind. Yeah, it's barely audibly. I feel lucky.
Zachary,
Something is
why weren't you talking like this from the beginning, man? You're really winning me all of a sudden.
Something is evil. Something
Evil!
is on the other side of the maw, Lord Captain. Something infinitely sinister. Something disastrous. The scraps of mental images that reach us from the Imperium carry the mark of doom. The images emitting from air are like a beast baring its teeth.
You crazy.
What?
You've heard accounts of disturbances affecting psychers, especially astropaths, who delve most deeply into the Imperium. But there have been more and more alarming. Something is raging in the war. Something that poses a particular threat to those with psychic powers.
Yeah, if you got lost 5 this month, buddy, we're gonna get you some. Let's tend to your choir.
What the fuck's going on over here?
Have good food, recap, and relaxing balms delivered. All right. I don't want all my astropaths dying.
Ooh, I
You're working these guys too fucking hard.
I appreciate your concern. Perhaps these small indulgences will give them strength and save someone's life.
Speak to you later, choir master. Have business to attend to.
Will we be allowed creamer with the recap?
Don't push your luck.
No!
Choir master. Okay. The choir master follows you with his otherworldly glowing gaze as you leave, then turns back to the cogitator. I'm about to bust it down real style. I want everyone to hear.
Alright.
He
This
busts
one's
it down
called
real style.
My Emperor Like No Other.
Protect us from the machine spirit's unrest. For without his gifts, our sacrifices are fruitless. You can barely hear the voice of the young astropath standing very still next to the bulky mechanism, his face frozen in mask of despair. His animatic hands are pressing to his chest, clutching crumpled strips of thick paper. He hears you approach, and composes himself.
Anemic hands.
Anemic hands, sorry.
I think I was Sigma, right?
I don't know.
Oh,
I
you
think
wanted
you
new
were.
robot voice.
Yeah, because I think
You
That
want
talked
to,
slightly
I-
less.
You fucker.
fucking flop being a menace.
Get him!
Renjasir, his head lowered, does not so much as glance in your direction. With his hands folded underneath his hood, he makes a barely audible, unpleasant sound, a prayer of Techna Ligma balls.
Get out of here! Ligua. But thank you for committing to the bit. You
What's going on
absolute
here?
goon.
The sacred compiler is ailing, your lordship. A gloom has come over the machine spirits, and they are disrupting the mechanism's operation. The 12th row of the drum is now adding incorrect syllables. Man shows you a
Fuckers!
symbol.
Zap.
The man. I thought it was music team, alright? The man shows you a stack of papers.
I would love if a symbol went off in the fucking background of the music right now. That would be so perfect.
You notice that once the rows of squiggles in each line all end with the same glyph. We summon the servants of the Omnissiah, but the machine spirits are none too eager to heed their prayers. The esteemed engineer is in a state of tech prayer trance and hasn't moved. That sounds fake. Hasn't moved. He's a tech prayer trance. He's napping. He doesn't say he's napping, but he's napping.
He's out here napping.
For a day now. He shrinks his head into his shoulders timidly. I had the audacity to think the sacred compiler could be better helped by examining its parts. But who am I to question the secret knowledge of the Adeptus Mechanicus?
Flop. No, Flop. Kill yourself.
Flop. Continue. No, Flop, no! No, Flop, can I have your autograph? Flop, please!
That servo skull.
Oh my god, Flop is a server skull just flying around knocking shit over. Let's see if there is any way I can help. Hey.
I was a wax speed interpreter for tech use 65 for me.
Oh, that's it's a 55 over here. What's this tech use?
I have a
Wax
60.
Where?
This might be a wait for our
I have
I
a
have a
65.
73.
Yeah, this might be
Yeah,
a
there's a
10-point
bunch of
waiter.
like 50s and 60s. Yeah, we wait and come back to this.
Yeah,
Okay!
once we get fucking what's
We're
his
not
name?
gonna remember.
Pascal.
Pascal.
Hey.
And
Oh, there's
Remember?
another
He's up.
malfunctioning
Oh, there's a
cogitator.
lot of these.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
there's a bunch now. Okay, yeah.
I don't think we want a whole
We
50-50.
can't, yeah, we're not gonna 50-50 that many times. Alright. Get me back to the bridge and get me off this godforsaken ship.
I'm done with ship nonsense. It's
It
been
is
2.5 hours of
11:36.
ship.
Exactly.
Don't you love just listening to all this dialogue?
We got.
Yes.
My god, we even have to talk to the High Factorum and say, hey, you're
Oh, yeah, we gotta
giving
call him out.
orphans
Hey, you
stuff.
shitbag.
Good job,
I'm
dude.
giving orphans extra stuff on my dime.
Look, I'm sorry.
Do
I'll
that
be like,
shit more often,
what the
man.
fuck, man? I didn't know you were
Where's the
cool
money?
like that.
I didn't know you was real.
Hey, yo, stop giving him money. That's profit. I don't care
I'm
if you
so-
said it was insignificant.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, as long as it's not
I
eating our
wasn't
profit
familiar
factor.
with your game.
Look, I'm pious and all, but profit factor's profit factor. Alright?
Whoa,
we get
hey, calm
contract
down.
to
Don't
get
want to
ahead
give
of-
him too much.
Soon. Whatever we need, man.
Where are you?
High Factorum?
There he is. My brain was all turned around.
Fucking you. Well, there he is.
The High Factorum, Janice Stanrock, greets you with a cool smile and the merest hint of a bow. Pleasure to see you, Lord Captain. How may I be of assistance?
Oh, we have other options as well. Have you heard the name Fiery Reckoning? From what I can tell, it's a void ship of some sort. There was a mention of it in one of Theodore's documents I found.
Ooh. On God.
Generous thinks for a moment, pursing his lips in concentration. I am afraid it is not immediately familiar to me, your lordship. Please allow me a moment. He starts rapidly tapping on the screen of his status light.
You got games on that thing?
I say, House of Von Valancius did indeed sign a contract with the owners of a vessel with the designation Fiery Reckoning. There are transactions, records of the ship picking up cargo from Kiva Gamma. Well, this is odd. The data log ends there. Apparently, the ship had some interactions with one of the workshops on your industrial world. I beg your pardon, your lordship, but this is the extent of the assistance I can provide to you in regard to this particular matter.
Oh, I just noticed
High
that.
Factorum. Have you made a
That's
confession
so
lately?
interesting. I just noticed that there's warp ice all around Adira.
Ooh.
Oh,
Cool.
On the
Get off
ground.
the bridge.
yeah, get the fuck off the ship. Your lordship, you
No,
are
wait, that's
truly...
just fucking dust from the ground because I'm seeing all the bullet holes and shit. The noise.
You are truly masterful at springing unexpected questions on a man. However, I must admit I don't quite understand this one.
The fringes have already been provided with the bare essentials, have they not?
The factotum fidgets nervously with the rings on his fingers until he musters the courage to reply. I will not pry into how your lordship found out about my confession. I suppose it raised some questions for you?
I'm willing to allocate extra resources to provide for the orphans.
I marvel at your generosity. Will there be any specific instructions, your lordship?
Education.
Education.
Like 3 and 4. I will unvote because my vote is going to 3 and 4, so people can fucking better. Yeah, which looks like it's 4, but I do really like 3.
It's fair. Yeah, we'll go with 4, I think. I trust you in this matter. Spend as much as you deem necessary. We immediately lose 4 profit factor. I kill myself on the spot.
No!
The factotum's eyes glisten sentimentally. The children will know that you are their benefactor. As for me, I can assure you that I will find ways to procure enough funds to cover the expenses.
Oh my god, he's gonna cover it.
We're telling the man who's good with
Give her
money.
that hip portrait.
Use the money.
Now, do we want to replace Theodora with me?
Of course.
Nah, it's too early.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh, is it rude though?
No.
Let's hold.
You want
We're the
everyone
rogue trader.
You're
Matt,
the
a monster, cannot be trusted with power.
Also, good to remember.
Alright, we'll call out the Vox Master real quick, because we're pretty sure that was her. Lower your voice considerably. The ear-lopped clippers, the confession.
I assume you heard my confessional message. Big Dis replies without a hint of awkwardness. Do you wish to talk about it?
She's up to your drive, dog.
There's a board for ship.
What the
If I
fuck?
did this little happy little pets, because I want a happy little pet.
Wait, you want me to look at what a kleppa is?
Yeah, look at what a klepper.
That is a good idea.
She might
But
just
I
be
mean,
saying
like,
shit to
More
manipulate
of a
the
rogue
vibe.
trader.
I want happy little pets.
Oh, and happy with guys.
What? Kleppas at Cleopas. I cannot see anything outside of this specific game.
Interesting.
So, do we
Well,
want to
we'll
pair
get them.
without the knowledge of what they are?
Yeah, of course. What's the worst that can happen? Because I want a pair of kleppers aboard my ship.
I am going to quote my mother's response. That is impossible. You see, the species went extinct several centuries ago. Victus's voice grows ever so slightly warmer. I am very sorry, Lord Captain. There aren't any kleppas to be had.
No!
She's ruined it.
The important question is why? Why, Voxmaster?
Who drove them extinct? And how do I drive them?
I was fault checking the Vox devices in the ship's reliquary. Message recording works, but deletion does not. You have helped me establish that. Thank you.
Wait, who we are kleppers specifically?
At the time, I had nothing to repent of, so I dictated an excerpt from an old letter to my mother. As you heard, it contained arguments in favor of keeping lop-eared kleppas on the ship. I can still recite it from memory.
Oh.
The confession complex the initiative. Find a way to delete it, and we shall forget about it.
Will do, Lord Captain. Would you like to discuss other matters?
That'll be all for now.
I live to serve, Lord Captain. Alright.
Get me off
And
this
my
fucking
god,
thing.
we are so close to level 6.
Get Get me off this fucking ship.
Get me off.
And we're on the map now.
Sure, we finally get to see the space map. This is actually a
Oh,
thing.
star systems. We in it.
Oh yeah. And we have a new station we can go to.
Alright, so yeah, we have options.
Oh.
First, do we want to go to the Veruca 5, which is where we know a navigator is? Whatever that different station is there. We have Rykard Mad Norris, which is the major planet in this area, which has a bunch of stuff.
No, it's the minor planet. That's why it's Minoris.
You're right, it is the minor planet. I'll kill myself.
Kill him.
Joris for a scan and the void ship.
Yeah.
Take him out.
World.
What's this world with a bunch of symbols?
That is Rykadiphilia, the prison planetoid. You can hover over like the little exclamation point under it, and it'll tell you. And if you hover over the planet fully, it'll show you the quest.
Oh, interesting.
Why it's weird symbols, I don't remember.
A scan is required for most of these locations.
Let's
I
go.
say Uric 5.
That's what I was gonna say.
Number 5, my
Two
lord.
for Uric 5.
Number 5, my lord.
Two for Uric 5. We're going to Uric 5. Off we go.
It's what we know.
This bitch
Lord
trying
Captain, Astropathic Choirmaster Zachary Weiss is asking to speak to you via a private channel.
Is he gonna send us a
Zachary.
SoundCloud?
Greetings, your lordship. I can report that the choir is listening tirelessly to the Immaterium in the hope of picking up voices from the dynasty ships of other worlds. However, we have had something horrifying instead. Amid the Immaterium's tumult, something is screaming. This scream is driving your choir mad. Until it stops, we have no hope of contacting any of the dynasty's worlds. It is coming from Rykad's system Athropathic station.
Oh. What's the nature of this screaming?
Loud, shrill. We do not know, your lordship, but it has brought us the Immaterium to a boil. There's always been a violence that could spell doom to any who would consider stepping into its water. Now, however, it is that but worse. It has become a cradle of mad, where expelled images fuse together, twisting and cackling, before crashing into the minds of all. A mighty warp storm, the likes of which I cannot recall, rage aliens. And it fills me with terror.
Like you're cutting out slightly.
The cutting out adds to it.
A second.
Thanks, Zachary. Here. Thanks. We're going to pay a visit to that station.
Thank you, your lordship.
Never change, Zachary.
Yay, Astropathic station.
The Foxmaster.
Lord Captain, reporting the heralds of the Navis Nobilitae continue to maintain Vox silence. Perhaps due to Uric 5 being off limits to visitors. We intercepted signals from the beacons drifting in the station's orbit. The demands are clear. We are told to turn the ship around immediately.
Turn the ship around. Turn the ship around.
We have also detected an accumulation of space debris near the station's docks. Presumably, it is the remains of interplanetary shuttles. Perhaps the esteemed Navis Nobilitae House requires aid and, therefore, cannot respond to our Vox transmissions.
Well, it's weird that they're telling me to leave because I own it. So,
We don't own this.
no,
No.
we will now.
You got it.
Mine?
This system's owned by White Scale.
Oh,
Or winter scale.
Winter Scale, yeah.
fuck 'em.
Like the same thing.
Order the
Oh,
auger crew to
fuck
scan the station.
Yes, Lord Captain. The Vox remains silent for a while, but then you hear the static and Vigdis measures a voice. The officers from the auger crew performed a full scan of the station, but the information is imprecise. They note wave distortions of unclear genesis that are throwing off most of the readings. We were able to ascertain that the reactor core of the station is still active, but many compartments are unpowered, and some fully depressurized. The signs of biological activity are largely present in the central module, which means the station has not been abandoned. So the question remains, why are the esteemed navigator heralds ignoring us?
Contact the station again. I will negotiate personally.
Vox relays the cadent sound of grinding gears and clicking tumblers. I am sorry, Lord Captain. The station does not reply even after an official greeting by a rogue trader and the declaration of your intent to negotiate in person.
Order the crew to commence docking with the station.
Whoa! Affirmative.
Affirmative, Lord Captain. We do not know what is happening at the station, so you will have to look for the esteemed navigators blind. Dock safely, and may the God Emperor light your path.
You're
I
all
can't
gonna live.
remember. I can't remember the fucking joke whenever Eddie fucking messed up the words of a Vox Master. I'm trying to remember what it was.
Recalculating.
You're recalibrating.
Yes.
Recalibrating
Thank
or
you.
calculating.
Recalibrating. Yeah.
I don't think it was calibrating. I think it was calculating. I don't think I would say recalibrating.
Yeah, it's recalculating. Pretty sure.
Recalculating. There's something.
Recalculating.
Oh!
Calculating.
In this, my home.
See, I don't have to recalculate, because I read.
Oh yeah.
Oh, shit.
But you don't read like this.
Adira can help you predict ambushes.
Because
Yay.
you're a sane individual. Oh, it looks like they're fine.
I just like the thought of her having like a Walmart greeting type voice as opposed to a just full robot.
You dare to argue with your master?
Oh, shit.
Apparently, yeah.
Who are these Civil
It
War
was not you
soldiers?
whom I swore to serve within these walls. My lips are sealed. Confess. What was the old man's last command? What are you planning? Give up, Keeper. You have lost this battle. Again.
We're getting nowhere with these ones, sir. Permission to execute them.
All right.
Do we have to fight these guys?
Name of Powerful Savio, I command you to execute the infidels.
No!
Fucking wild to go with a shotgun, buddy.
Yeah, shotgun to the face is brutal.
It's a little too much for
Don't
me.
take closed casket.
There's some strange guests on the station.
I'm just mess. He won't get a casket.
You calling me strange, buddy?
Does anyone remember who Selic or Celio
Or
was?
Celio.
Oh.
I can take it.
Can I?
Get some Ethan in there.
A tall man stops you with a gesture when you approach.
you not hear
Blood is
Shay?
dripping down. Oh, no, I do not hear Shay.
Oh,
He's
okay.
very quiet.
Shay was like, "Oh, I'll take him," and then you guys started talking at the same time.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
So who do we want
I
here?
cannot hear
I can
Shay.
hear him through Eddie's mic. He said hello.
Weird.
Can you not hear me through mine?
Oh, I can hear you now.
Oh, there we go.
There you go, Shay.
You need a
Yeah,
fucking
you're gonna need a new headset for that.
I'll
Yeah.
boost Shay a bit.
So did anyone already decide to take him, or you and me?
That was
both?
between you and Ethan.
Yeah, that's between you and me.
Now you can take it.
Alright. Blood is trickling down the pearly scales of his weary face, and not just his own blood. Two jet-black and blinking eyes are watching your every move, and the third one, the mark of a navigator's fate, is menacingly pulsing behind the lower lid in the middle of his forehead. Step back, or I will unleash all of the horrors of the Sea of Souls upon you. Emperor, be my witness.
Ablard, if you would be so kind.
The Seneschal
Oh, yeah.
takes a deep
Begins.
breath. Before you stands his lordship, the rogue trader Edwardius von Valencia, heir to the great protectorate in the Coronus Expanse and bearer of the sacred warrant of trade. Allow me to point out that nobilite custom requires the Lord Navigator to introduce himself first, but given the unusual circumstances on the station, his lordship the rogue trader is willing to turn a blind eye to your hostility, but just this once.
Oh my.
In that case, I shall turn a blind eye to your unceremonious invasion, but just this once. There's a dangerous glint in the man's dark, shrouded eyes. Very well, allow me to introduce myself. But before you stands Felix Christoph August, keeper of this place. So, you did not arrive to offer support to the traitors? This is great news. Having said that, you must understand that Iraq... Is it Iraq 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Iraq 5 is a holy sanctum for her Celio, and the path to it is only revealed to a select few. It pains me to say you are not on the guest list.
Got options here.
Excuse me.
What has happened on the station? Where'd all these corpses come from?
Betrayal. Most banal thing in the life of a nobilite. Don't you think? I was stabbed in the back by my closest friend, Theobaldo Celio, the second keeper of Iraq 5 and my mentor. On his instructions, my own people sabotaged the generators, blew up the shuttles, and brutally massacred the loyal servants of my mistress. Most unforgivably, they dared to take her prisoner. Greedy scum. I swear by the throne's light, their souls will perish in the darkness of the void. Felix falls silent for a few moments and then fiercely slams the end of his staff to the floor. The madmen have captured Lady Cassia and are now torturing her upstairs, while we are idly chatting down here. Help me rescue her, be gone, but waste no more of my precious time.
I still have questions concerning the situation on the station.
Our idle chatter will not save Lady Cassia, but if you need to be sure of something before you can help, so be it.
Why did you not respond to the messages from Rycord Minoris?
Already said Iraq 5 is sacrosanct. Sacrosanct.
Yeah, I think.
Sacrosanct.
It is the holy domain of the Navis Nobilite, and it is forbidden for commoners from the world below. We have hoped to solve the crisis on our own, but when the situation spiraled out of control, we could not establish contacts because the traitors had disabled our equipment.
Alright. You know why it's in a deplorable state. They're shooting each other.
Shooting what?
Do we want to know about his mistress?
Would you?
Tell me about your mistress.
Regretfully, I'm not allowed to discuss my mistress, whether with her retinue or the outsiders. She will tell you about herself personally if she feels like it. That is, assuming she survives. I'm begging you not to waste any more of our precious time, for it is running out.
Alright. Enough questions.
I hope your curiosity is fully
Ooh.
sated.
What kind of help are you talking about?
I would never ask you for such a favor under different circumstances, and yet And yet Lady Cassia's well-being is above all. I haven't got many people left, and my wounds are too deep for me to act without precision and swiftness, but you may actually succeed. In order to ascend to Mistress's chambers, you will need to make a holy relic sanctified with the blood of Lady Orcelio herself. This is the control rod of the elevator's machine spirit. I have one part and the other was lost during the mutiny, but even this relic will be of no use unless the elevator mechanism is powered.
How do I remake the control rod?
I have a phylactery containing the mistress's blood.
I was gonna say, phylactery, that's lich talk!
Which is located behind one of the reliquary's doors. The most ancient of sacred mechanisms will help to rebuild the rod. The tech priests ceaselessly performed rites of appeasement so that the machine spirit would serve the house in its time of need. The fateful hour is now upon us.
How am I supposed to power the elevator?
The station's main cogitator is situated in the guard room. Just enter the correct command sequence and stick on mechanisms and do the rest.
I guess that makes sense.
So what have you decided, descendant of Von Valencia's line?
Signing contracts in this bitch.
Ooh, wait.
I will rescue your mistress, but in return, I require that House Orcelio sign a contract with my protectorate.
Felix Reprise sounds curtain tired. So be it, hurry. The mistress's safety is all that matters. But should you fail, our arrangement is finished. Ooh, a minus 100.
Ooh.
Ooh, a body with goods.
The premonition runs deep. I'll lay claim to the stars.
Hey.
On God?
What would the
For real?
this thing say?
Ooh. Jump.
Capacities.
Bright, pure color. And it's all riddled with horrible veins that carry the poison of fear and pain throughout its body.
Athletics.
Who are you?
Minus 100.
Why are you crying?
We leveled up.
Yeah, we leveled up.
Yay!
The witch is talking about the enemies of humanity who set upon this abode of noble navigators. Then our weapons will soon dispel their wicked misery.
Awesome, Argenta.
Yeah, no subtle manipulations. We need it.
Oh, which one do I want? Because I already have Endure.
Which button is it? I can't remember. Help me.
Which one?
Never mind, I found it. I'm trying to figure out how to level up.
Oh. Agility.
That's right, it was entrenched. There's rapid fire and info.
Yeah.
They got rapid fire.
You will get one more ability, so.
Soldier's next range burst attack will have its base rate of fire doubled, but deal 35% spend.
It's a pretty good one.
Taking that one.
I think I got taunt screen. Yeah, how much damage does adjust the attention of these? HR for anyone who's a willpower test.
Right, sworn enemy. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm probably gonna get next level's pyromancy.
If the target attacks the warrior during this round, the warrior gains 1 AP once per round. I've tried. Is taunting scream or sworn enemy better? Because sworn enemy gives 20% armor, which is huge, but
Against that target.
That's against that target. That's not. Yeah, I'll just go for the taunting scream because while that might be good now, I'll eventually outpace that armor gain.
Yeah.
So, hunting spree.
And if I remember, your intent is to do the classic, just fucking armor build that you're doing before.
Yeah, I love it. It is the best. See it to fruition in our full party. I forget which one were we going for. I'm going for athletics, and you're going for the toughness one, right, David?
Yes.
All right. Athletics. Complete.
Ooh,
Come on, get down with the sickness.
I noticed something.
Oh yeah, this is what happens. So you can see there's a trap on the ground in front of me. The game automatically pauses when you manage to see a trap.
Okay.
So then I can just click
Something of
space to
interest.
unpause it and see that there's another one there.
Double
I
trap.
believe Argenta has the best demolitions on our team.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's see, 55, 45. Yeah,
Never
60.
doubt me.
So
Can't see the percentage.
it doesn't have a percentage. It's just that you have
I'd
a
better
60
myself
demolitions. So
through
the
my
likelihood
service.
is. Yeah, the
Follow
test
my
was
lead.
one here.
Do we move forward where we saw an enemy, or do we go to the other direction?
Oh yeah, so how do because we saw that there was an enemy down there, and you can see more actually enemies on the other side. So how do we want to approach these guys? Do we want to come from this side, which doesn't seem to have anyone on it? Do we want to try and get closer to them first? What's the thought?
We have a lot of
I like
melee
the idea of
combatants,
this
so I want to.
way.
Yeah, we have a lot of melee combatants, so we kind of want to be close. Not that we don't have range, but
That's fair.
Gotta wait for David so he doesn't end up being behind.
I'm trying to click, but people were going themselves into those positions.
Oh, you see us?
Stand firm.
Let
We
them
must not
defile.
let the miscreants defile House Orselio. Ah. Fire at will for House Orselio.
Oh, good thing no one here is named Will.
Speeding up animations in combat if we want.
Thank you, Shay.
not Too fast.
What? Oh.
We have so many melee combatants, because I can also go here, so if anyone else can get to that other spot if they want. Or
This
Oh
is-
my god.
this
that
is as
would
far
be
as
so
I can
fast
go.
in combat. Because of that buff.
we can go here.
oh, he got that buff. Might last.
He took a nap.
Great.
I'll
Something
leave
like
this open if you want
cover.
cover, Shay.
Oh.
Or at least from one end.
Oh yeah, because you're not going to have a lot of cover from there. Yeah, that's probably a better spot behind that noise table. I've got a chair.
He's got a chair.
I'm sure it'll protect me just fine. Hopefully the table will protect me from the other angle a little bit, but who knows.
Just a little bit.
Alright, everyone good to start combat?
Aye.
Yeah, we'll survive
Yar.
here.
Yar.
Watch him get absolutely gunned down.
They're pretty far away.
Miss. Oh!
Still draw breath.
Fuck you.
There's Edwardius.
Has
Edwardius.
everyone heard the good word?
The word of the Emperor?
Emperor.
You're goddamn right!
Here,
Heck
here.
yeah. Edwardius.
See, is there anywhere I can stand that gives me cover and I attack them? Not really.
Oh.
Oh no, because lightning takes two. Well, you know what?
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
right. My zap's terrible, that's right, because it's based off of willpower for normal staff. I
Yeah.
should not have this staff. I should get a different weapon.
You need to get a new staff.
Right, I
Very
have
soon.
a specific staff that I do well with. You know what? I'm strong as shit. I'll be fine.
Okay.
Please murder the god to the right so that I have a path. Thank you.
Just fucking executed 2 people.
Double down, I guess.
Onwards!
My faith strengthens me.
All
His
right.
advanced strength and
How?
Stay vigilant.
No. He's gonna get shot. Oh shit!
He just killed his friend.
Sometimes that
Rick-tickers?
happens in the heat of battle.
And Argenta gets shot once, thus reducing their full health.
No. Argento. No, Sargento!
Argento, jeez.
Sargento cheese!
No, Sargento was the character I wrote for my short story class.
That's true. Which you have to let Ethan read it. He hasn't read it.
He hasn't
It
read
can
it?
move multiple times, right?
I don't think he has.
No, not if you take an action or it depends on the.
Actually, no, I might have.
I was going to
Sargento.
do the brace for impact, so.
Because I remember you do have your short story.
It doesn't say when I
stays
hover
in my
over it that
mind.
it takes up your AP, so it should be okay. Because if I hover over attacks, you can see it eats AP, charge eats AP, and stuff like that. So.
Yeah.
Also, I think that's a active radius, so I think once you move far away, they'll lose it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's an active radius thing.
Yeah.
Oh, you fucking bastard. I mean...
You fuck.
What, your Lord Commander?
Lord Captain, you seem to be in my way for attacking their leader.
But not
Then
the
attack
commander.
no one else!
Alright, but I'm not happy about it.
See, Avalon! Truly no
Yay,
problem.
Avalon! Yay!
I will endure this catastrophe.
Weapon at the ready.
Okay.
Following.
Oh god!
Stop shooting your own man, damn it.
Keep shooting your own men. It's funny for me. Oh, none.
We've...
You got shot.
We've...
We've...
Avalon, stop saying weave. You got hit by that.
I am unharmed, and therefore I wove.
We've wove.
We.
Barry!
Damn it.
Oops.
What?
That one do so.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I misclicked. I'm sorry.
Perry! Thank God Barry the Platypus
It's
is
all
on
fine.
site.
We're all good.
You motherfucker.
You motherfucker!
Can't be trusted.
You gotta be careful. This guy might be a traitor. We're not even playing house.
It's one of the few abilities that will just go the second you hit
Hey,
it.
hey, guess what I'm affected by now?
What?
Does not have an increased damage from all sources against any hit targets by 15% until the end of combat.
Love that.
You made me do 15% more damage this whole combat, you cockwaffle!
Man, listen, it's like one of the few abilities that just immediately trigger. I'm sorry.
Why would you just press the immediately triggering ability?
Because I didn't know! I thought it was a different one. For both, I did immediately triggers, and it was the wrong ability. I was trying to click a different ability, alright?
This guy, I'll never forgive you.
To kill it, warrior.
I forgive
He
him.
does. He's gonna like death from
Captain,
above.
I've
Alright,
foreseen
death
it.
from above and land behind me and try and attack me again. You watch.
I mean, I was trying to death from above originally, but I'm not in range of any enemies.
Yeah.
Argenta, fucking kill him.
There's a chair behind him, Argenta, you could get to if you want to get closer for cover. Might have a better angle, I don't know.
Oh,
I
look
feel
at
like
that
it's a nice
angle.
diagonal with those three guys.
Those guards and that defender. Or about like a commando, like defenders. Yes.
You could rapid slaughter, send 8 shots to each.
You mean rapid fire?
Yeah, rapid. That's fair.
You're thinking of Revelant Slaughter.
No.
You said rapid slaughter.
It's true.
I mean, that's kind of what it is at the end of the day, but like...
8 fucking rounds.
But anyways, she started blasting.
So anyways, they spent half a mag.
Anyways,
Yeah,
Sargento, get him!
Bop, 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 bop. Bop, bop.
Oh! We didn't see it.
Nice. You could probably hit that Furious Rectum. Probably get a good amount of momentum from that.
Yeah.
A lot of momentum from that rectum.
Like enough to use your all.
Momentum.
Ooh!
You have enough to use an alt. He just takes a shot on everyone. He just clears the rest of this fucking room.
Bang.
Bang, bang.
Anyway, she just started
Emperor's
blasting. Bang, bang! Emperor gun! Oh, goddamn.
It's okay.
Sorry!
Ow.
What a
Damn.
fucker.
Well,
I was
running gun.
technically getting cover. Yeah.
Bang. Kitchen gun?
Fuck.
Hey, you still killed 2 dudes and shot him for 10. Still a pretty successful turn.
Oh, let's get a bit closer.
Come a little bit closer, you're my kind of witch.
man.
You're my kind of man.
How much damage is at least
So big and so strong. And
Well,
you're rocking girl so much. Oh,
Oh, well, that guy's
Alright.
just gone.
I miss him.
Sometimes it be like that.
Sometimes it do be like that, thank you.
In the analyze.
It do be like that.
Dira,
You know?
analyze that guy's balls.
Dear, analyze that guy's
Absolute
balls, please.
Logged space.
Yeah. It's a little bit clogged over here.
You could try and shoot someone.
Yeah.
I shall not fear.
We.
I don't think you have range on anyone.
Nah.
I think
Really?
before you double click to move, if you click and you see where your hologram's there, you can click abilities to see if you would then have someone within range.
That's fair.
So you can like test out the range at different areas. Obviously, what you do is you forceful strike and just fucking launch someone.
All too easy.
I'll just do endure and then end my turn. Weave.
Oh, we've
Get him!
you know.
Get him! Kill!
Before I go, has everyone heard the word?
Emperor's word? Oh, what a word. Emperor's the word.
Watch out, my lord. You take 15% more damage from all sources.
Oh! Oh!
That blood. God, I get so much fucking momentum each turn. Ah, yes. Momentum changed by 10 to 155. Reason to start
Exactly.
out.
Just that simple.
And it's just as simple.
He's sworn an enemy!
Die now.
What are you swearing at him? Oh, God!
Oh,
Nice.
so powerful.
I will
Let's see what
endure.
Richter will do.
Right, Richter, you're fast as hell. Get in there.
Kinda.
Not actually, I got that.
I am speed,
fast.
says Richter.
Hopefully he's got a gun.
No gun, only sword.
Not super accurate with it.
Got him!
Cut him.
Cover.
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 That's what I said.
Yo, what?
Rectum?
Yo, what?
No, you ain't.
I don't think your ability will work in this instance, but
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Sargento.
Hey, if you would, remove him!
Kill! Kill!
Close and kill. If you can.
It's getting closer.
Get
he's
in
got better
range.
angle. Makes sense, makes sense.
Yes, very much so.
There's a Rinda.
Bang. Oh.
Sargento!
It was a fair move, though.
Yes, yes.
that shot had landed. Right.
Bless
Blow up
the
their
sky.
mind.
Damn, not
Well,
close
out of
enough.
range. Begin to move forward.
Shame.
Blow up their mind.
So be it. Here. I like using powers.
Thank you.
Especially when it's a minor power, because it means that we lose Veil Degradation right now.
You're crazy.
God, isn't it nice to lose Veil Degradation? Cut to, like, 5 levels from now when we're just generating so much fucking Veil Degradation.
Oh, what
I
are you
will get
talking
that
about?
Sanctified power. Probably, honestly, next level probably or something.
Alright.
Let's see, how
Oh,
far
shit.
can you
Let's get rid of
You're
all of his
nice level
dodge and
50
all of
there.
his armor.
I can get, right next to Hydra. Hydra. That's as far as I can go.
Idira.
Forge ahead.
Hi, I'm joining
No
the line.
dodge, so I think you can shoot.
Nothing I can't do.
Actually, I don't know.
I can't.
I don't think the range, yeah.
Yeah, too far away.
How much?
We done. What?
I was wondering if the alt
We've-
would give enough movement, but I'll tell you what, it'll definitely give me enough movement.
The alt will give you enough movement, friend.
Yeah, you
Get
just
in
get all your
there.
movement back.
Got him!
I guess that's just worth it. Oh, but wait, has everyone heard?
The
A
word?
good word.
Walla walla, heard.
5
Heard
stacks.
the word.
Got him!
Please,
There's sadly a little candelabra in between you and
Wait.
this man.
Wait, what? I have to go all the way around?
So, I'm sorry, you can't knock that over.
Fuck you, I can't!
Opposing me was your biggest
Nothing
mistake.
really has been lost.
Yay!
Fuck it. Dex?
Ooh, low Imperium 100%. I'm clicking it.
Compared to naval service,
Statue
that
with
was
the famous
barely a
Calixian
challenge.
sculptor and chronicler the Carius Vernon, the Magnificent.
It is past.
23rd year, millennium
It is.
original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I found goods.
Let's loot this room
Got
and
some
get the fuck out.
Medicaid that's needed. Does someone got good Medicaid?
Got data
Oh, I
crypt.
do.
I have 80.
Very close.
100.
Oh, Rick just got it.
Suicide.
Oh, no.
Badass. I think that's everything, unless there's something missing that we just haven't gotten close enough due to awareness or some bullshit.
That's why I'm running around.
They were guarding this door.
Just have to get a bunch of samples and stuff. We got some guns. We got a new armor. We got a flak chest armor, which is medium, which I don't know if that's actually good for anyone, because I think most people probably either have that or they're equivalent to that.
Yeah. Yeah, I already have that.
Yes, I'm dodge based. I do not want that.
I also have it. We have some las guns, just proper normal rifle las guns, which I might equip honestly, just instead of my staff. Just give myself a ranged option. Got scrappy auto pistols. They're scrappy.
Really? Scrappy.
And we have the Ripper auto pistol.
Yeah, it's pretty fancy.
It's a pretty neat, which has a fire rate of 8. Jesus. Yeah, it's scrappy, all right. And a bunch of other minor stuff. All right. Yeah, we can probably save up there then.
Save it up. End stream.
Save it up.
Thank you all for watching. This has been Rogue Trader.
Rogue Trader, more
God.
like Rogue Baiter.
I
Got
just
him.
scrolled on a
Got
video.
him.
Why are her eyes popped out?
Whoa, we're getting there.
We traded some rogues. We talked to people for like 2.5 hours. It's exactly what you expect in Rogue Trader.
It's just her goggles or something.
Hey. No, I'm not wearing goggles.
And I know.
Just your goggles.
What?
Look at the deer. Is her eyes popped out on the model?
Oh.
Where's she at?
Yeah. Yeah, they
For some
are.
reason, a model is fucking showing
All right, girly.
crazy eyed.
What you perceiving, girl? What you seeing that I don't see? All right, girl. You don't gotta do that to us, but I'm glad you are. Yeah.
I'm not.
Probably stream more of something else tomorrow. Yeah. Goodbye,
As
stream.
for my stream, you